Deep sigh. That's the first thing you heard today on Charisma Saves, which is this show. The show is called Charisma Saves, and you are welcomed to it. Welcome, one and all, to the show where most of the cast looks at their phones. Very nice, engaging content already.
This is your job.
See, I put mine down because I knew we were about to go live.
This is literally your job right now.
It's also yours.
I don't do the intro.
What? You're all part of it. This is the reason Critical Role has 45,000 viewers or 73,000.
I'm interacting.
I think
with
it has
our
something
fans.
to do with the
Might
voice talent, the storytelling, the production.
The voice talent,
the famous people.
the voice talent. You could all have fame too. Pick yourself up by your bootstraps and just take some fame.
I'm good.
Take a little bit of it.
I like
Snatch
where
it.
I'm comfortable where I'm at.
Snatch it. That's how you snatch fame. You take it. None of you are Laura Bailey, though.
Yeah, so we lose.
But also, I'm not Matthew Mercer.
Yep.
I should invest in vests. It'd be a good investment.
You just made the same joke twice in a row, basically.
I didn't mean to the first time, and then the second time I did. So,
Jesus.
I feel like the vest game would be a new and exciting territory to take this D&D experience. What do you think? If we all wore vests
I think people would be like,
with
why
different
are you
points
all
of
wearing...
flair?
No.
No?
I don't want to look like a lesbian.
You don't?
Like all of us.
All of us were like,
at
but-
the same time.
But that's fine.
I've specifically been at a store with you before where you looked at a denim thing and you're like, this is very lesbian-y. I want
Okay.
this.
You have a denim
Look.
jacket.
Denim is one thing. Actually,
You have overalls.
I own a denim vest.
You cuff your jeans from time to time.
all the time.
Just write
That's bi, okay? There's a difference in aesthetic.
Barely. It's barely. It's the only thing is. Also, dicks are fine. Like.
You keep it a little bit femme, you know? Like.
Okay. All right. Any announcements? Magical Girl came out. If you didn't see that, we call it a Magical Girl. It's the Magic Moon Sorcerer because you don't have to be a girl to do it. So you know, you can be whatever you want. You can be an amorphous. We said last time an amorphous ball of slime. You could have a little tiara on your sailor slime. You could absolutely do that. I'll even create a fucking slime race for you to show that you don't have to be. You don't have to. You can be so genderless that you can and you can even be sexless. You can be like a fucking sea sponge and fuck yourself, and resorb elements and make new of yourself. Like a I think sea sponges asexually reproduce, right?
What did you roll at the beginning of this episode?
Very low, which is kind of why it's meandering. And he sighed. It was just all shitty. Do you think a sea sponge sailor scout would be fun? Or just
How do you talk?
Legally-
roll to filter feed?
Legally distinct scout of the sea.
True.
True.
That's true. Okay. Anything else?
Christ.
He's not a god here in this world, so or in D&D. Got him. We're alone in an empty universe.
But
so,
are any of the gods truers?
most of the gods are truers. It is my world, after all. All of them vape too, in the face of
Dank clouds,
14
bro.
deaths. Which, by the way, there have been 14 vaping deaths in the United States. The last one was a 68-year-old man. He died cool. So, I mean, he's like the James Dean of 68-year-olds. So that's one more than Columbine. It's now a national tragedy. Anyway, I apologize if you're new.
Don't let him warn him early. Get him the fuck
Run away.
out.
Obviously, this is your first and last episode, so that's fine. Did that song move? It did. I don't want to listen to
Minecraft.
Minecraft. That's not what I had in mind here. It's not what I had in mind.
I knew you were gonna fucking do that.
I knew too,
and
I
was like-
almost said it ahead of him, so he didn't do it.
So, the whole thing here on October, the scariest thing I can think of is someone who thinks that puns are unironically good comedy. So, my name on Twitter is Jacob. And so this is gonna be the whole month. Is just
I was
instead
like,
of scary stuff, just puns.
He's so dedicated to this bit that he used his full name,
Yeah.
which he hates.
I don't hate my full name.
If I ever called you Jacob, you would be like,
just no
get
one
out
calls
of
it.
the house.
It's like if someone called you your middle name. It's just weird.
People would call me Sarah Elizabeth all the time.
Who?
My family, like all
No
the time.
one here is your family.
Damn.
Is that like a reject? Like, okay,
a reject?
Yeah.
a rejection.
Yeah, that was the joke. So, without further ado, I think we can jump in unless there's literally anything we don't need to actually talk about. No? Good? Well said?
I was kind of enjoying the bands, but
We are not friends, Randy. This is not how that goes, okay? Right, bro?
that's fair.
That's why you're on the iPad.
Yeah.
We don't want the risk of being in the same room as
Randy
you.
Randy lives closer than Alex does. We make him call. So, last we left off, we had spent another couple of days in the city of Gygax, the sort of hometown, if you will, of the Keepers of Eight. I guess sort of adopted hometown. Once a wonderful city, once a large city filled with many races, now a sort of surviving city trying to gain new footing after a massive tragedy in the years past, and due to your influence, you have helped build this city back up to at least a little bit of a its former glory. You have humans and elves and dwarves, Aarakocrans and Dragonkin, all in the same space. It's going well so far. There was a trial, a series of them, in which maybe there was some disagreement among the group on how maybe a certain emperor handled things. There seemed to be a decent amount of people within the Aarakocran citizenry themselves that seem to be fine with it. So, who knows? Who knows who's right here? There was, did anything else significant happen? Most of it was just like housekeeping, I think. You guys did do Brain Palace, which is the only other significant thing I can think of.
We met the god of death. That's
that
pretty
was in the Brain
significant.
Palace.
Yeah.
I almost pulled a gun on the god of death.
It wouldn't have done anything. It was a dream. So, in setting up an apparatus to allow the professor to basically interface with multiple individuals all at once, you tried to have Icilius be the dominant mind space for the event. It worked. So you and Alenia basically incepted into Icilius's brain, although he knew it was happening, unlike Cillian Murphy, acting phenom. Where you went through a series of events. Notably, you relived the death of his wife Julia in her last moments in the Shadowfell, and then Icilius was able to basically lucid dream his way and power through to revisit sort of a dream vision he had when he had temporarily died on the former home of the Aarakocrans, the nest that was once flying high in the sky, that all of you had a hand in, regardless of how much they give you shit for that. And You were able to suss out a few more details, including the fact that what you thought was a dream eater the first time was actually the god of death, who was visiting Julia's almost echo of life within that vision. You had a brief discussion with them. We joined back up. We had a little scene with Egnir, who was far away. We joined back up basically either that night or the next morning, up to you guys. Because it was evening, it was bleeding into evening, so it doesn't matter, but up to you. I know you wanted to talk to some people at Sky Point, so you can do that tonight or the next day.
I had her gather everyone that night, so...
Sure.
I'm going to collect the rest of the fools.
Okay, everybody but Egnir is available.
Yeah.
And that's easy enough. I mean, you have your little band for Velios, Jadun's around. I think you at least know sending, so...
Could I, purchase, nice food for a good, dinner for the keep tonight?
Yeah.
Instead of just standard, whatever they're eating.
There's also food in the bar from the Hartnell if you wanted to, get all... Is the Hartnell at Sky Point still, or is it in Guy
I thought we had just junk in there and not,
no, we paid for the good food.
The Hartnell was at Sky Point.
Oh shit, that's true. We could literally get food from the Hartnell. Well,
you could. It does
take a while.
Replicate one at a time, but I mean,
how many people are there? A couple dozen?
30.
That's not too bad. It would take a little bit of time. But...
Is it instant, or does it
what's
take
the what?
How quick is replication? Is it instant, or is
replication is basically boop, and then
is it the fucking Fifth
Star
Element?
Trek.
The Fifth
No,
Element
so
microwave thing?
more like Star Trek.
Okay.
So it's pretty quick.
Yeah, where it's basically 3D prints it, but with a little bit of magic too. It salt bays your food magically.
In Enterprise, they would recycle the poop into food.
That's very interesting, and I don't think any of you have generated enough poop to feed 30 people.
That sounds like something that the Hartnell would do, since it's a porta potty.
It seems like you wouldn't be able to continue to extract nutrients from your hard poop.
I think it
would only increase the hardness.
I don't know, man. That was the Scott Bakula one. No one liked it. It doesn't matter.
Scott Bakula would eat his own shit.
Wasn't that a Next Generation too? They repurposed the waste into food?
Next Generation, they basically have unlimited energy. I don't know.
Anyway.
Relatively speaking.
Bakula's earlier.
Bakula's a prequel.
Yeah.
So they made a point to be like, yeah, we shit and we eat it.
How come Bakula didn't jump into any of those people's bodies?
I don't think that's an innate power he has in real life.
So yeah, I want to organize a nice dinner for the people at our
easy
keep.
enough. I assume you don't want to let them into the Hartnell.
No.
Okay, so we're not going to do dinner in the cosmic spaceship. So
no, have it all brought out into the keep at the
easy
mess
enough.
hall or whatever.
So those of you with permission to go in and out of the Hartnell can do so. You can probably hold... Who wants to be servers? I mean, you're not really servers. You're basically just moving food. But
sure all of us would probably...
Are you trying to lazy man load this? Or are you doing, one hand at a time?
Do we have a way to,
I'm gonna
carry them
I'm gonna
in
mage
easy?
hand some of this.
There you go.
Wait, is EJ around?
EJ is a humongous robot.
He would not fit in the door of the Hartnell.
Yeah, but
He's
we
got
can
an
bring it
oven in his
outside-
back.
We could bring it outside the door and set it on the Rex. And
On the racks.
We'll have EJ come and help set it on the rack so he can carry it in.
Sure, I like that. That's fun. So you make your... I'm imagining the McDonald's bun racks. You're just like... Boop, 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 boop. So, you turned a newly sentient robot into a slave again. So, that's good.
Arguably, Sig turned
We
back
could
into
ask
a slave.
him.
We're
Yeah.
borrowing Sig's
But the
slave.
problem is
He's
if
fun.
we ask him, he'll say yes because it's in his programming.
Also, he gets to get away from Sig, so he's probably fine with
yeah,
it.
actually, well, it'll be an excuse to get him away from Sig.
He is sapient. And he does say yes. Okay. walks over. And you guys can load that up. Doesn't take long. Okay, so you have meals. Meals on wheels.
Okay,
You
guys.
can easily do that, so that's fine.
So basically, I just wanted to do this for all these people that volunteered their time to come, train to fight or keep. So just be. I don't know.
They're not volunteers.
Well,
They're getting paid.
they still traveled over here and decided to fight for a cause, regardless of getting paid.
A cause or mostly money?
Well, there's an upkeep cost. You've covered the first month.
How much is it a month?
The question we never asked.
It is an answer that I will give to you shortly.
Oh, God.
Go ahead. So, I assume you just want to, in the main, what would be a foyer of Sky Point, there is an area where you guys have sat before with Delric and Grum in them.
Where have we gone?
That has a large
Fucking
table,
taken
and
away.
then they have, there's not enough space inside Sky Point for everybody to eat. But there are definitely tables that can be set up on the outside. You could keep the door open. You could talk, and then you could have a discussion on the inside while you ate with the important people,
Okay.
if that's what you wanted to do. Or you could all eat outside, but
No, that's not the first way. Sounds fine.
okay. Easy enough to set up. It can be done during the rest of it, and they are all willing to help because, of course, they are employees. But also, they're not like cell students, right? So that is an option. But these people, basically, it's like getting a job in the military, United States. There is a part of it that is patriotism for a lot of people that join the military in the real world. It's kind of like that, where it is a job and they do get compensated. It's certainly not on a volunteer basis. It's not like they just join a commune, but it is like you'd make more being a sellsword, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody gathers. Your lieutenant gathers, whose name is what?
Violetta?
Violetta.
Violetta?
Yeah.
Oh.
So she's there. Who else is there? Jardun, these two, Isilius, Sig.
No.
I mean, Sig is in a barn next door.
I mean,
Is it better
He's
or
gonna
worse?
walk
He's
over.
gonna hear and want to be a part of it. Is it? It's like
God.
it's like when a building has a controlled demolition. Yeah, it's exploding, but like you're in control of the explosion. You know what I mean?
Do we want to invite anyone else from Gygax? We should do that.
Delric, probably.
Yeah, let's get Delric. Cousin's not here.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Katie? Is Seiko available?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably invite Val.
You guys all have free invites. Whoever you want.
Val,
Load 'em
do you
in.
want the wifey?
Armadillo.
Professor doesn't have any friends.
Aw.
Yeah, you do.
Kasdan's not around,
You're about to have a lot of soldiers, though,
Hmm.
once you start teaching.
and the Herald's been missing.
Oh, God.
Should probably
The rest of them are here. You know all of them.
sure.
Could pop over by the time key.
It'd be a good idea at some point, probably. Death said they hadn't seen him, so that's probably good. But I don't know.
We could literally just teleport there and like tonight. Well, let's have dinner and just have a good time for once. Hopefully this dinner won't get interrupted by someone crashing in and being like, "Hi, here to ruin your whole night and kill everyone and put you in a fucking prison."
PTSD is
What,
fucking
that happened
bitch, right?
once?
Okay, that
How
happened
many
to us.
times
No, that happened to us. And then we go to a town and meet up with old friends, and we're having a party, and we're celebrating, and then an airship comes over with fucking basically nukes, and
Gygax explosion.
yeah, then there was the first one, Gygax explosion, where we're all having a good time, we're partying, we're hanging out, and the next thing you know,
Necromancer and Ivory Drift.
oh yeah, also we threw a party with the intention of luring in the necromancer, and then that
Well,
exploded.
that was.
And instead, he lured you to Gygax.
I mean, that one's again.
I'm just
another
saying,
controlled demolition.
We
thing.
haven't had a single party or
That's
night
not true.
We have
like
had a couple
go
where
well.
We've definitely had
Okay, your
parties
birthday
that have gone
party was
fine.
like the only
No,
thing.
okay. That's because we didn't do it on my birthday. If we were on my birthday, we would have been in the astral plane.
That's true.
We had that time there was the Circle of Truth. That was kind of a party.
That was not a party.
That was a party.
We were all yelling at each other.
Yeah, like a party.
And we lost a friend because of it.
Like some parties, I guess.
That
Like
happens
every
at
party
parties.
I've ever been in. I don't. That sounds normal.
Do you open up your feelings for people at every party?
Have you never heard of the heart-to-heart moment at a party? Like what?
Yeah, I don't know.
Come
How many
on.
parties have you been to?
None, except for the ones we've been at.
That's kind of depressing.
Yeah, a little bit. Heart-to-heart moment. is
You're
like-
all older than me,
the
except for
best.
this one, and he was rich, okay?
Oh, we're talking about in-game. I thought we were talking about like heart-to-heart parties out of game.
All of it applies,
That's
to be fair. Sarah's a huge square. Never been to a party in her life.
Wow.
Okay, I didn't grow up in the woods where, like, kids just got together to party because there was
I
nothing
did.
else to
Yeah,
do.
pretty much. Yeah, that's fair.
No, I did.
We, like, went to the mall or something because there were things around.
You grew up in like the suburbs of New Orleans.
No.
No, we just got drunk in woods and had.
I wasn't that
cocktails and
close
not
to
cared.
New Orleans.
All of Louisiana is the suburbs of New Orleans.
No.
It's like how all of England is just London and the surrounding
I
environment.
wish, because then it would be more blue.
Well,
You know what that means?
It would be,
Liberal.
yeah, liberal.
Oh, that kind of blue.
ugh, liberals.
So,
Ugh.
alright,
Puke.
let's all have dinner and sit down, and then I'm just gonna have a toast, and we're gonna relax and have a good night. And not have an interrupted party.
She's jinxing this, right?
No.
For sure. Someone's gonna get shot during the toast.
Please.
Every time you say we're not gonna have a bad party, I roll on the how to fuck them table.
So maybe if we just get that whole table out of the way in one party.
We
we'll
should
be
bring
good.
some alcohol too. Let's
I
get some
don't tend to
alcohol out of the
reuse
heart note.
tables.
I know. We're
There
good.
you go, that works.
We'll bring drinks
The heart
as
note
well,
Yeah.
so everyone can get shit faced.
Is it good to have everyone from the keep be drunk?
No, I mean, you know what I mean. Just have everyone like loosen up and have a good
I'm
time.
concerned about a disruption. You want everyone to be drunk and armed.
I was
Okay,
gonna
no.
say soldiers very known for their tempered use of alcohol. That's a good plan.
Oh boy.
There will be a limit.
We get people like little rip-off tickets, and everyone gets 2 tickets, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Go to the open bar at the Hartnell.
There is a play coming up if you want to do some sort of
Oh yeah.
fair ticket thing.
Oh yeah, we
The
have to go
20th.
to
What day
the
is it now?
play.
I believe it's the evening of the 18th. So 2 days. We gotta sell that stuff too.
Oh God, one of us.
Oh,
is
yeah,
gonna
we
get
have to go
Abe
to
Lincoln
Ivory
at the
to-
play.
Please no.
One of us is gonna get Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
That'd be real fucked up.
That would be. real
That'd be
fucked
like
up.
if Abe Lincoln got shot while watching a play about Abe Lincoln.
Okay, so everyone.
You're just gonna get fingered to death.
Oh wow, I did not think you were gonna say finger of death.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah, yep.
Fingered to
Well,
death
D&D
is what I
come on,
thought.
it's D&D, come on.
It's like, oh man,
I
that...
did think of who had under 100 health, and he's the only one, so I
Oh
don't know.
god.
I hate everything.
Well, for those of us who have survived finger blastings, you may continue.
I mean, I'm just gonna have everyone fucking. What is is this shit show of a show tonight?
I don't
This is
know.
what happens when we have downtime. I don't know what you want.
That was funny. Please.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
I'm waiting for you to say
I forgot
what's
to write
happening.
I forgot to write the script this week.
Yeah, it's all fucked up.
No, I mean, like, I've already said what we're doing. Set the scene, motherfucker. Do your job.
I did. Do you want a reminder? So you've gathered food because it's only hot for a little bit, and out of the replicator in the fucking, instead of paying for a catering service, because
Yeah.
and
Oh.
upkeep cost, and you've invited yourselves, Delric, Sig, Seiko, Katie, Vel, and Armadil, your lieutenant, and your other soldier employees, and they're all gathered, and you're eating food. I don't know what else you need from me. Like, it's literally just such a fucking slap together, like, you have food and you handed it to them, sort of, because it's, again, the replicator makes like a plate of food. It doesn't make like a buffet. It's weird. So you brought food out and you start meeting and greeting with them.
Okay. I assume there's a table with all of us that are like.
There can be, yeah. I said you could sit inside if
big
you
heads.
wanted, but and they can happily put together tables on the outside, and if you leave the doors open, they're pretty large. So there would be torchlight on the outside. It's not super late, like 6, so there's still some light. You're able to.
Armadil's around, right?
She will be shortly, yeah.
When she gets here, I want to find her right away.
Uh-oh.
Okay. And
What do you-
do so, and everyone's just sort of. By the way, what food did you replicate?
What did we purchase? You
You
just
have
said we
fine
had
foods.
nice, like
You
fine
It was
foods.
like fine foods. It was pretty general. We bought supplies for fine.
Basically,
food.
it's high quality meats, cheeses, breads, wine, anything that you would normally get at a high-end restaurant.
I don't
You
know.
also did order bliss cake and lemon cakes and all that shit. So
Sure.
Want to do like a. I don't know. I'm not a food person in real life, so I have no fucking idea.
Give people a
wedding.
poultry option, and maybe like.
oh yeah, now, not only did you not order a catering service, now you're catering it.
You give people a poultry
You're
option,
the one that wanted to be in charge of this.
and then maybe like a beef option, and maybe like a veggie option.
Okay. Can you do?
Yes, that happens. All of that happens. We get a rough estimate of what people want,
Fine.
and we go and do that thing.
I don't
And it
know
is
why.
done.
Can we just say you've given people their food yet?
Yes. You asked what they were eating.
I know, and
So-
I regret asking because I just thought you'd say like, I don't know, good stuff.
I'm gonna leave.
Chicken.
Jesus fucking Christ! I'm gonna deal with
It's
this.
like, okay. Please, here's a list. Please check the box if you want fish or if you want the vegetarian option.
It's like fucking RSVPing for a wedding.
Yeah,
Like,
are you bringing a +1? So funny. I love it. That's good shit.
Alright, so restart the stream for the beginning, and we'll just fix all this.
There we go.
Yeah.
Updated.
Yep, hard reset.
Okay, so you do find Armadillo if you want. And you can talk to whoever you want.
Okay.
We're sitting at dinner.
I'd be like, Armadillo. So, you know how we were in, other planes of existence? And stuff? And in
What?
and we almost die a lot?
She's, like, you can see she stops eating, like, the rice that's on...
Is she like next to me?
Yeah.
Can I hear him?
Yeah.
Have I ever actually even fully... I don't know if I've had
guys
a
have
full
had
conversation with
Small
her ever.
talks. Yeah, you guys haven't had like a heart-to-heart, but
Sure.
like that's what parties are for. So.
Anyway, check this out, and I pull out the phone and pull up the video of Feral Avelia. This is a phone, by the way.
Okay, she
This-
rolled a 3, and she is, like, moving pictures. I've seen illusions, but, like, the fact that it's on, like, a box is pretty weird. She doesn't understand the apparatus. She seems a lot more distracted about the entire sort of, like, presentation at first. And you're showing her Feral Avelios.
I play it.
A frog looked at him and then he like turned into basically a bird. Just
I
a
am a
normal
bird.
bird.
No, but, like, not an emperor one. Like one that eats slimy eels.
Yeah, he tried to eat an eel. And then we turned him into a spider. And then he came back and he was still like trying to bite our hands off.
Never show me any of what you do again. Please.
Do you want a copy?
I don't understand how that would be done. No?
That's unfortunate. You don't have electricity anyway.
You could make like a framed picture.
That's worrying.
Why? The device or the video?
What liquid is that?
What liquid?
Underneath! And she points to the acid lake
It's an
that
acid.
he's
Oh.
flying over top of.
No.
And no, that's behind it. Like there's
Oh.
acid fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, it was acid.
What
I keep
is
touching
that cage?
Made out of earth, yeah.
Yeah.
We had to put him
Why
away.
are you laughing?
Oh, it was hilarious. It's only sad if he dies. He did not, and I pointed him. He's fine now. I just wanted to point out this kind of thing happens relatively
What's your
often.
AC?
Mine? 18.
Oh, you're not armored, are you?
Oh.
She rolled natural one anyway.
I don't know what it would be.
She goes to hit you and it doesn't hurt.
Oh.
Anyway, I just thought that was worth showing. So,
Do I drink?
No. I don't know what I want.
That's fair.
We should probably get some wine.
Yeah.
did they tell you I'm teaching school soon, by the way?
Yeah.
That's the worst decision ever.
I'm the
She works there.
I know.
I'm gonna be the other, probably the main one, assuming you're doing this most of the time.
Hey, you know, it's not about who the amount of time on the field. It's what you do when you get there, right?
I guess.
How damageable are the children?
100%.
They're children.
Very fragile.
Damn it.
What's considered a good mortality rate for students at the school?
Mortality?
What you're done is like, teacher here. Do you
Zero?
want tips?
No, I think I got it.
Okay.
Those kids are going to be...
They're dead.
Kids aren't supposed to die. You know that,
The
right?
sore spot.
I pointed at Icilius. He kills them all the time. And no one... Okay, people say something, but, you know, we move past it relatively quickly. Just because these fetuses are a little bit older.
Hey, those aren't
That was
children?
indirect and in self-defense, and also it wasn't a child.
It'll be fine. These will be the best educated kids on Cador.
Abortion rights.
If they're anything like you, I don't know if it's worth it.
There'll probably be more bombings. But
What? Don't teach them how to make bombs!
that's science. That
No, like basic.
involves math.
Teach them like basic math or how to read.
Okay, the timer is counting down. 10, 9, what comes next? These are real life practical examples.
I'm gonna have to fucking say something. There's no way you should be allowed around any children ever.
It'll be fine. We'll be on a 3-strike policy. Third dead kid, I'll quit.
Oh my god, no. If one child gets us so much as a bruise, it's your ass, okay?
You can just come back.
This job?
Oh, there was some lady there, and she couldn't see, and she thought my horns were a hat, and she hired me. Horns are a kind of hat.
Armadillo.
I don't know that even the beginning of this story started on a comforting premise.
Violetta standing there with food, about to sit down and listen to this. And sits across from you.
I know.
We have that effect.
Feel free. Say what's on your mind. Don't hold back.
Let's just talk about cost. What troops do you have?
10 seasoned heavy infantry.
Seasoned heavy. Okay.
8 seasoned light infantry.
Seasoned light. Okay.
And 19 green archers.
Green archers. 19 of them. And the LT. Okay. Got it. So it's cost per month. What's 8 times 8?
64.
64.
And then what's 4 times 19?
76.
Yeah.
Okay, now what's 100 plus 50 is 150 plus 64,
It's 214.
214.
and then plus 76.
290.
290? 290 a month.
This is pretty high.
290 a month. So seasoned heavies make 10 gold each per month. The lieutenant costs 50. Seasoned light infantry makes 8, and archers make 4.
Okay.
So write that down. Write those values down,
Wait.
because I don't have a space to keep those just per.
So 10 gold for the heavy infantry.
Yep. 8 for seasoned light,
8. Okay.
and then
Green archers.
green archers are 4.
4. And
Yep.
how much is the warlord herself?
The lieutenant is 50.
Okay.
And that's per month, per unit.
Okay. So
So next month, at the 1st, you will owe that money.
why don't we pay?
If you don't pay, at that time, there's a chance that they will be like, they'll leave.
Why don't we pay in advance here?
You can? Do you want to pay everybody a month in advance? It's up to you.
Hold on, I'm thinking. I'll pay for 2 months in advance.
2 more months. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So. 1 month. 2 months. So on the 1st of. Can't grab this piece of paper. I need gecko fingers.
Gross.
That'd be my superpower, so I can just grip things.
It'd basically be Spider-Man.
But without all the cool parts.
And you'd leave marks everywhere. Like, you'd be like a toddler, how their hands are always like...
Oh, how their hands are always sticky.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it.
Okay.
So, 2 months in advance, just in case anything, I don't know, goes wrong with us. So you guys are taken care of.
She seems incredibly pleased by this. Do you want to announce this to them tonight?
I guess so, yeah. Well, then let's have a toast. So I'll pick up my glass, do the thing that
Do the
everyone
ting-ting
does.
thing?
Yeah, the ting ting thing.
Like at a wedding. Who's kissing who? Where everybody does it? And it gets
Anyway.
really obnoxious.
So obnoxious.
And if we ever get married, that's not happening.
I'm doing it.
How are you
could do it?
You think you're gonna stop your mom from doing shit like that? I think she will.
Oh god.
And I can just say, leave.
He'll straight up kick his mom out.
I
Anyway.
believe he would, but
So, I wanted to thank everybody that's come here to, you know, give their services towards the keep and to protect the people here. I think we're building something positive finally out of what once was destroyed, but we're rebuilding and that's good. So, just wanted to say thank you to all of you. Have a nice meal and also let you know you're being paid 2 months in advance from now, just in case. So, no worries. And, I'm bad at this. Thank you.
People cheer, and then you hear one person in the back like, capitalism.
I would argue
It's like Undercover Boss.
It's like capitalism mixed with a little feudalism because there is a siege keep involved.
Well, I don't think that makes it feudal.
But they're living on the property and they're making use
but
of
they're
it.
not
and
indentured servants. It's like
That's why I said it's kind of a mix.
it's like open it. Yeah. They seem to appreciate it though, especially considering the fickle nature of being a member of the military.
Yeah.
I'm only one person, so I can't cheer.
Yeah. So, Violetta, if there's anything you need...
Violet.
Sorry. If there's anything you need at all, get in touch with us. Talk to Sig if you...
No, thank you.
Don't.
if
Yes! See him with 2 plates.
Sig, did you take extra?
No!
Why do you have 2 plates?
I already had dinner, and you look down, and it's different.
Well, you brought dinner to dinner?
I was making dinner, and then you made dinner, and so I got this. I'm gonna save one of them for later, but I can't pick which.
Why not
What's the thing he
save the
brought?
dinner that you made?
This looks like boiled potatoes. Just that.
Eat the potatoes. They'll be bad. You guys don't have refrigerators.
I don't know what that word is, but I can store this for as long as I want.
Oh
He's got
yeah, you
magic.
know magic. Yeah.
But anyway, if you don't know where we are, he probably will know. Or
I'm always watching.
or Delric.
Delric just leans forward and like continues to eat a peaceful meal. He looks tired.
Everyone at this table is basically within your contacts if you need to get in touch with any of us. So
Katie leans over. Don't ask me for anything. I'm very drunk.
Katie, you don't want business for your potion shop?
I mean, if you need potions, you can absolutely come to get my potions, but you have to pay just like everybody else. It's not a friend deal.
Oh no.
It's a business, not a commune.
Yeah, are you okay?
Low
I'm
body
great.
weight. Oh Christ.
She's about 3 feet tall.
Maybe I should slow down a little bit.
Nah,
Just
it's
a bit.
a party.
What? I'm getting fucked up.
Yeah, it's allowed.
Seiko's there with her, correct? Okay.
Yeah.
He seems fine.
Well, it's not like she's gonna drive home.
I know. Still.
Yeah, he's
Walking
here.
an hour to the city drunk would not necessarily
Go
be a...
fly her.
Yeah, Seiko seems fine.
Okay.
Designated
eating and-
flyer.
Just don't fly drunk.
Him and Katie are laughing about something.
There are drug dealers about. Just saying.
What? Drug dealers?
Oh yeah, the other day, someone sold me drugs.
Why
Wait,
is this
who
not
sold you
surprising?
drugs?
It was a halfling, right?
It was a kobold, a black one.
Oh. Oh, yeah. Kobold. Probably one of the new people who moved in with the,
They brought drugs?
There were probably
Well,
drugs here before that.
even
Let's
with
be
the
honest.
slavery, I guess they can't be all bad. The drugs are nice. What are the ethics of giving school children drugs?
Bad! No! Never! Never ever ever give children drugs or alcohol. Okay?
It's like Adderall, though.
Depends on the drug.
What is that?
It's like a drug that makes you really smart.
That doesn't make any sense. If that existed, why aren't you giving it to Avelios?
You hear Vel. He just leans back away. He's not really speaking aloud.
Whatever, miss. I didn't go to school.
I had private tutoring.
Yeah, me too. My intelligence is higher than yours.
I'm gonna wager that maybe
Oh yeah,
the
he
Emperor
definitely had better
more
education,
resources.
but I don't know, his brain keeps getting possessed, so
I never gave drugs to any students. Probably uncool.
Probably.
no, that's
definitely
good. That's
uncool.
very cool and it's very good and you shouldn't give drugs to students. Why are you even doubting yourself right now?
I'm not doubting myself.
No, he's saying, like, it's uncool to do that, not he's uncool
Oh,
for not doing
I
it.
thought he was saying he was uncool.
No.
Private tutoring. Yeah. Anyway.
Someone wants the couch tonight.
Rose cuddles.
They're pretty nice. Actually.
Nah, Rose is gonna be with me.
Well. Have you met the class yet?
No.
Oh. Okay, good. We have time to prep you.
Isilius, did you find a place or did...
In between the last 3 hours?
No, I don't remember.
I thought Jordan said he was.
Jordan was out doing that today.
I don't know.
Oh, well, you
I've
asked
been
us.
reliving
I
the
can
death of
remember.
my wife, so
Anyway, no, Jordan,
schedule.
did you...
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
You wanted a workshop, and you wanted a place to like spread out a little bit. I was wondering, I mentioned it. You interested in any business?
Could probably do a little bit here and there on the side, yeah.
Well,
A little tinkering.
okay. Then yeah, I have the perfect spot.
Does it need furnishing or anything like that?
Nope, just a little love.
Little love?
Little love.
Is that gonna be our project tomorrow?
Yeah, I think I'm going to be working on that. I will unveil my secret sauce.
Oh, it's all
tomorrow.
you? Okay. Don't want any help?
Well, it'll take longer than tomorrow, but yeah. Good to go.
Okay.
So, desert trip tomorrow?
Desert trip.
My friend's missing. Last we saw them, they were in a facility in the desert.
Don't forget, we have that play in 2 days too.
Correct.
I don't know if we can get to the desert and back since the Heart and
Do
Health
we
will
wanna
recharge.
go to Tin Top yet, too?
We also wanted to go to Ivory Drift.
Yeah.
Or Ivory Drift?
What's next on the agenda? Sell our stuff?
Yeah.
We were gonna have the mushroomy one try and reincarnate Anson, right? Get the
Oh,
essence.
yeah. I think.
I mean, you need some stuff for that, I think.
I gave him the money to purchase that from his embassy.
So you're going to have to wait for him to get back.
Yeah. But he did a ritual with the head, so it should be okay while he's gone.
The first part of that was sketchy.
Alright, Kemper, calm down.
Camper.
Does anyone here know Anson that we haven't told is dead?
No.
Yeah, we were the only ones that.
Okay, I was just making sure. I
Other
couldn't
than
remember.
Saris, and Saris is dead too.
Yeah.
Well,
Ivory Drift tomorrow?
I want to see
Probably
how
get it out
much.
of the way.
I want to see how much that emerald's worth.
Oh god, yeah, we have that massive emerald.
okay. Anything else you want to do tonight?
Whenever we get back for the night, I assume Mycelius is staying again, because
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk to Jordan privately and be like, hey, if you need any money to fix the place
No.
up, are you sure?
Yeah. Otherwise, I'd ask you for money.
I feel like you're the type of person who wouldn't ask even if you needed it.
Nope.
Okay.
Just needs love.
Well, I'm excited to see what.
Yeah, you will be. It's dope.
Alright.
I was thinking about going home soon.
To Brown Cedar Hole?
Yeah, I haven't been in a while, and Isilius is from there, and maybe it'll do good. I don't know. They also sell horses if you're in the market. I know you got that spell.
Oh, yeah. You never do that.
No, but I can. I used to work at the stables there. They have temporary stables for people that travel. And kids of the orphanage would help out there, make extra money.
It's a really long way. Are you just gonna go on, like...
It's not that long. I mean, I wasn't thinking about just me going. I was thinking about taking all of you guys. Whatever.
That'd be nice. I didn't know if you meant you wanted to go by yourself or...
Well, no. I don't know. Plus the crossroads thing that was brought up is just south of there, so
Maybe we'll go to Ivory Drift tomorrow, and then we can fly to Brown Cedar
well,
Hole.
whenever you guys want to go. I just was thinking about doing it soon. I don't really have anybody there, but
Well, if that's the case, you have to come with us tomorrow.
I mean, not necessarily.
What do you mean?
You can fucking pop all over the universe. I think you can probably pop back. I got stuff to do.
Saying if we're doing it all in one day.
Mm-hmm.
Hartnell has to recharge.
The
I think we
Hartnell-
are doing it all in one day. You couldn't possibly pop over to Ivory Drift and then fly to Brown Cedar Hole in a day.
Wait,
You couldn't
why?
do that. The distance is mostly. It's too far.
Okay, God.
What? It's like a 3-day air travel to fly that distance. Ivory Drift is far.
It's almost about over by the elves, if I remember correctly.
South of the Elves, yeah.
Yeah. Would we be able to make it to Ivory Drift and then Tin Top for the play?
Tin Top's further. Tin Top's further east. You have a map.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, how long does the heart have to recharge? Is it like 24 hours?
12 hours, I
12
think.
hours? I mean, it could,
So we can get there, do what we have to do, wait 12 hours, and then go to Tin Top
yeah.
after a rest or something. Because we have a day in between. Tomorrow is the day before the play.
Yeah, so. We would have
Either
to.
way, you wouldn't be able to fly to.
Okay, so we do tomorrow's Ivory Drift and then go back, and then day after that's the play, and then we go to Brown Cedar Hole the next day.
The next day after the play is feasting night.
Wait, what do you mean go back? Like come back to Gygax?
Well, we have to wait for it to recharge
Yeah.
12 hours, so.
Right.
We might as well rest in the Hartnell and then the next day directly take to Tin Top and not go back to Gygax.
Yeah, because we're not going to have time.
That's true.
So whoever's going to the play has to come with us tomorrow.
No, wait, is feasting day.
Or not Sunday.
It's the feasting night.
Is that important for us to be in Gygax? Why couldn't we do that in Brown Cedar Hole?
Do that wherever you wanted to do it.
We can.
It's
Just let Irene know.
similar to Thanksgiving.
It might actually be interesting to go there on a holiday.
If you like.
I'm up for whatever.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to do tonight?
That means Georgiana has to come tomorrow. Okay.
No.
No.
Jordan doesn't have to come
How are we
tomorrow.
going to get from Ivory Drift to Tin Top to
Mhm.
Gygax to Brown Cedar Hole in 3 days?
No, not Brown Cedar Hole.
We're doing.
Oh,
You
she
can-
said
you
doing
can also
Brown
take-
Cedar Hole the next day after the play. There's no way.
I mean, there definitely is a way since there's 24 hours in a day instead of 12. But
Yeah, we could
Well,
go back
what's
to
the
Gygax
trip
and
from
then.
Tin Top to Gygax in the Hartnell.
Not too long, right? Even if we were
We
to
haven't
fly
done that
it.
in so long, yeah.
a day and a half.
Yeah, see, it wouldn't work.
We
Because then
could-
we'd have to
wait,
tell...
You realize days are 12 hours and not 24 hours, right?
Days
we
are
have enough.
24 hours.
Or
That means
days
we'd have
are
to
24
have
hours, not
36
12
hours
hours.
of recharge time.
what?
Why are you trying to cram all of it into...
3 days.
I mean, you can just do it whenever you
Yeah.
want.
I don't think it would work in 3 days.
I mean, you could do 6 locations in 3 days.
For the record, I also just have
Or-
the teleport spell.
Right.
I can
Yeah.
use
Which
slots
is not
to-
as necessarily...
And Egnir also has transport via plants if he comes back.
yeah.
What if he comes back and we're gone?
We can tell someone to tell him where we went,
Yeah.
or I can do send to him.
What are you gonna do?
Okay, well, Ivory drift tomorrow. We'll figure out the rest then.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Anything else tonight?
Nope.
Mingle with people at the thing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just get introduced yourself
Hang
to
out.
some of those people.
Yeah. Okay. And you do so. Everyone seems pretty chill. Most of the military people are like, you know, they're there to carouse a little bit, but they're a different type of person. They take their job pretty seriously. By the end of the night, Katie and Seiko fly off. I assume you and Armadillo go back home.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you wake up in the morning. Drank a little bit. Everyone roll constitutions.
So a 5 doesn't do it.
6.
21.
17.
Okay. You have a headache. You're hungover. What was yours?
5.
Same. Hungover. Pretty strong wine. You just feel a little queasy in the morning. Icilius is fine.
He ate nothing but mayonnaise for a long time. I think he can take
Iron
anything.
in the stomach. Get up in the morning and Judun's there. Pat you on the back. You okay?
Yeah. Are you okay?
I'm great.
Okay, we're gonna go sell all this crap.
Have fun.
Be back.
Bring me back a corn dog.
It'll be gross by the time we get back.
Bring it back.
No.
Okay, you go downstairs and get Icilius. I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Grab yourself, reconvene over at the Hartnell. Takes about an hour or so.
I'm gonna ask Armadillo if she wants to go with us.
She does not want to go with you.
That's fair. That's fair. I understand.
Not even to go see the play?
Not even to get
She might go to see the play. She's not about to go shopping.
furniture shopping?
No.
Oh. That's fair.
The
Wait.
guy is doing the furniture shopping.
We could get some of our own, like for our bedroom if we wanted. Kind of have like one room that we did ourselves, and then
That's kind of the only room that has any furniture. At first, you have a bed.
yeah.
Roll persuasion check.
I thought you talked about this before.
We did. 16.
I can go if you want me to go.
I don't want you to go if you don't want to go.
Oh my fucking god.
Seriously
go.
though, if you say if you
Okay.
want me to go, that's like the most cop out answer, and
Yeah.
that bothers me a lot.
Right, like I
get that.
agree. Like then it's like, now I feel like I have to say yes now, and you don't want to. Now I feel bad. Yeah. You.
Remember that. Remember that you said those words.
What?
What do you want for dinner?
Whenever I tell you, I like give me options to pick from, you're such an asshole about it.
No, I'm not an asshole. When I
He just
ask
really
you what
wants to
you
push my
want, it's
fucking
not.
buttons today.
It's not. I want you to ask me 3 options of what I want that you get to pick from. That's totally different. If I said I'm feeling this, this, and this, which sounds best to you, then that's the answer I'm looking for. She'll go with you.
Okay.
Everybody good?
Mm-hmm.
Anything else you want to do in the morning and Gygax before you head out?
I'm good.
I'm assuming you're taking your normal battle regalia.
Yeah.
Okay.
I let whoever, some people around, know where we're going in case, like, Agnir and Kaz didn't get back and wonder where we went.
Okay. All right. So you all pile into the Hartnell, and you head over to Ivory Drift. Boink. It's relatively chill coastal self. Thanks for reloading. I assume you park at Arlem's?
Well,
Usually
now.
that's where we go.
Yep, usually it's pretty central to. It's in West Waterside, I believe. 99%, yes. Which is here on the map. And most of the shopping is done on this bottom area. So, okay, bustling streets. You see normal market with lots and lots of people as per usual. What do you want to do?
Weapons vendor first.
To sell some of the stuff and then head over to maybe
I was thinking
Quintus for the
Quintus
emerald.
for the emerald, probably.
We're the bard guy.
Bard?
So it's Arcavius, not Quintus.
My bad.
I cut
Oh,
Quintus.
fuck.
Quintus
That's
is
true.
the
Cousin.
one. Yeah.
They're both birds, goddammit.
What are you trying to say? Huh?
So yeah. To the weapons dude.
Okay. It depends on which weapons dude you're talking about.
The one that I bought my stuff from.
Okay.
Because he deals with magic weapons, so.
I mean, all of them deal with them at some point, but one of them manufactures and collects. So
Some
that's
point.
that's Kensei Arbal. He manufactures and collects specific magic weapons. Some of them sell magic weapons. So this is the guy that you bought that from. Armorer Douglas is who you bought your shield from.
Mm-hmm.
So they're two different people. He works mostly with armor and stuff, so depends on what you want. So you want the Kensei?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, I was
You were
just
gonna
gonna
say
say, I just realized it's the wood elf face. I put the wood elf face in the bag of colding with the other body parts.
Thank you for that bookkeeping.
That's important, goddammit. I want people to know how many body parts I have.
You've definitely got a plethora.
Yep.
You know, there's no way for me to stop you from getting more. Okay, so you're looking to sell.
Yes.
Kensei Arbal doesn't necessarily buy normal weapons. He will buy as a collector of and reseller of magic items. So
We have
consider
those
that
plus
the
one.
guy
We
the guy that'll buy your illegal arms is Brotherly Cragforge, who runs the swap meet.
Illegal.
Okay, so.
Did you steal them?
No.
Technically, yes.
And do they look like they're like military issue or?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be hard. Like that's typically he's a fence, so it's typically someone you need a fence for. And usually people don't buy in bulk from random sellers a bunch of weapons.
How many do we have?
For which thing?
I was gonna go to the magic weapons guy because we have the Kopesh. Oh wait, no, I gave the Kopesh to.
So if you have a magic weapon, you can definitely try to
Isilius
sell
has
it.
that, right?
Kensei Arbol collects them.
Does
and
I
resells.
does Isilius have the Kopesh with the
Thought so, yeah.
green fluid?
No, you wouldn't have kept it after everything.
So the Kopesh is available to
He
you.
would.
Okay.
Yes.
When you offer the Kopesh to Violetta, she said there's no one that could really use it.
Okay, yeah. I remember having it
most
marked
of them
off.
don't use that type of weapon. It's a very specific. You have to be trained martially in that like exotic type of weapon. So.
Okay. Well.
By the way, it's worth noting here that you come from a more of a temperate, very like Midwestern feeling fall in Gygax. Out here, out west, it's a lot more tropical, and so it is a more humid, sort of kind of like yesterday when it was really, really humid out and still hot. It's like low 80s and humid here. Instead of like the 60s and sort of crisp. So, just of note.
Weather updates.
Yep.
So, I have 2 magic short bows, the Kopesh, and
Are
a
they
long...
magic or +1?
Magic.
Okay. If they're magic, then they're good to go. Plus
And-
1 is just master crafted. If it doesn't have a magical ability to it.
The 2 were specifically magic. The Kopesh
I
had
don't
the
think we
green
identified
fluid
that.
in it, so I don't know what...
Kopesh was magic.
And then there was a long bow with the snakes carved into it. I don't remember if that was attunement or not.
Was it +1?
Yeah.
That was just a master crafted. That's more of a ceremonial. But the short bows, I believe, are +2. Which you can only get with magic.
It doesn't have any plus. You just said there were 2 magic short bows.
Okay. Those are good to go if you want to sell those.
Yes.
How much is that longbow? How much would it be selling for?
The longbow?
Yeah, the one that has the snakes
Well,
on
he's
it.
not gonna buy it.
Well,
No, I know. I
No,
was
but
gonna-
it's a master crafted longbow.
Yeah,
so
I was just gonna, depending on how much it was, I was just gonna take it and use it for something.
well, where's my PHB? Where did that go? I had it right here.
Hundreds of books.
PHB. Page like 147 or something like that. 150. 149. So a longbow. A mastercrafted longbow would be 150 gold.
Do you want it?
Yeah,
Okay,
if you don't mind.
it's yours.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Write
it's
it
just It's just a
down.
normal longbow made out of a dark wood, and it basically just looks like 2 snakes intertwined the whole way. Okay, and then you wanted to sell the 2 short bows. You didn't write down any magical
I don't think
properties.
you gave.
for
I
that.
don't think we
We
identified
didn't
it.
identify it.
Yeah.
Do you want to identify those before we sell them? Will that matter?
No, he could do it for you.
Okay.
I mean, you can also do it if you want to make sure that you don't want to get rid of it. I just gotta find the sheet with that information on it.
So he's gonna buy the 2 magical short bows, correct?
Yeah.
And did he say he was taking the
He's
snake
taking
one?
the longbow, yeah. So we've got all the bows are gone.
And the Kopesh.
We gave all the daggers away.
What was that guy about?
You should identify this green vial, though, because we have to sell that to the fence. Probably. And I don't trust him.
The green vial?
That was the poison
For
for
the
the
Kopesh.
Kopesh.
There was also a blowgun that had the darts with the green
Those
poison
weren't
in it.
magic. So identifying, I don't think. What does identify do non-magical stuff? If it does, it would work. I don't remember. I'm not a wizard. Where's my treasure vault page? Treasure vault? Hello? Treasure vault? Getting closer.
Nope, just magic.
So as far as you know, they're just like poison.
Yeah.
I found it. And then I lost it. Fuck you. Guess I don't need this in the order it's in. What is that? Oh. Okay. So, you also had a magical silver shield.
Oh yeah, shit. Well, did I not write that down?
I have it somewhere.
You had some magic potions,
I did want to do identify on those.
and then you had random stuff.
You have all the potions and stuff. I just left that for you to write down because
Okay,
You
so
have
let's
more
just go in
interest in
order of the way you found them, so I can keep tally easier. So of the things that you can sell to Kensei Arbol, he will take the magic shield, if you want to sell it.
with the armor guy probably have a higher price, maybe.
It's sort of basic. They have to make a profit either way, so basically it's going to be 50% of the actual worth of like what you would buy it for in the store is typically how you sell things, and then you typically get to make one barter check with all of these vendors. You don't have to sell anything if you don't like your price, but it's obviously you have an you could always get a lower price from somebody, and you'd only get to make the one check, so it's just up to that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You've worked with both of them. They seem fair, though. So, fencing, it depends. So, he has stuff that he sells on his legal front, and then you've been to the back room where they sell the illegal stuff. It just depends on if it would be typically legal to sell. Whether the price would be high or low. The armorer will buy the adamantine half plate. Potion. Did you want to keep the potion of superior healing?
Yeah, I think I already gave
Okay,
that.
did you
to
identify the other
Isilius or
potions?
something.
I would like
That's
to,
the
but I
only one that
haven't
you
yet.
could identify, like, just by visual.
Sure.
Okay, do you want to spend some time identifying?
Yes,
Okay.
I have them written down. I don't know if you have them on a list already and you just wanted to...
I do. You're going to ritual cast it, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's just going to take a certain amount of time to do each of them.
How about while you do that, I'll go sell all of the
Yeah,
weapons
that's totally fine. Yeah.
and armor and shit. Basically, I'm selling whatever weapons and armor to whoever of the two will take them
Gotcha. Okay, so
at the best price I can get.
The +1 longbow you have. You also had 3 mastercrafted scimitars, 15 standard longbows, the 2 short bows, and then 8 mastercrafted daggers.
So the daggers we gave to our
You did.
militia. I'm
You
saying
gave those standard longbows too, didn't you?
I'm seeing 2 mastercrafted scimitars because I think someone has one.
I believe
I think that might be what Isilius took, was the
No,
scimitar.
Khopesh.
It was the Kopesh.
Yeah, because I remember going over the acid damage.
Who has?
Mastercrafted Scimitar +1. I have 3 written down.
Yeah.
I had 3 and I erased it and put 2, so that meant somebody was using one.
Icilius had a scimitar and the Kopesh,
Okay, that's what it was.
but he doesn't need to keep either of them.
Okay, so we'll sell
Yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah. The darts were not magic. Was the Kopesh attunement? Because I don't think it was.
I think it was just mechanical.
Yeah, I think
Because
it
it's
just,
got the
it just
poison.
distributes poison. So,
Even if I have to go to another, or like,
that one's
Weapon
interesting.
person.
He might take it just because.
we also have the box of vials
Okay.
of poison, so.
So you have 5 potions. It'll take you about an hour.
Okay, that's fine.
If you want to identify them,
Sure.
you have to do one at a time. So I'll go through that real quick, and then you can decide if you want to keep them, and then we'll tell you a number on, or you're gonna make a barter check, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. So you have 1 potion of gaseous form. You basically turn into a gas and can move around.
Hold on, which bottle was that? Just because right now I have the description.
Just write it down. It doesn't. I don't remember which.
Okay. Sorry, what was it again?
Potion of gaseous form. Gaseous.
That's a spell, so.
Gaseous form is a spell. The potion of gaseous form is. The difference between potions and spells is you don't have to concentrate on potions.
Yeah.
Does it have like a time limit under which it? Okay.
It was the same as the spell.
Ah.
The next one's Potion of Longevity. That one adds years to your life.
Dibs.
Probably
Only-
sell it.
Is there any indication as to how much?
It's random. It's relative to how long people live. So, like, a human year is roughly a
done.
third.
Is it? But like, is it known? I don't
It
know.
won't.
Is there a certain range that it tends to fall in, or is this such a unique item that like I wouldn't heard
It's
of
a,
this?
it's a range. You'd find out when you took it. You assume there's a limit, though, otherwise people wouldn't.
Yeah.
Die.
Die.
To old age, yeah.
There'd be a huge market for this type of thing. Potion of acid resistance, which probably would have been useful.
Yeah.
Not that you had 10 minutes to identify anything, of course, but
Yeah.
you know, take a random shot in the dark.
Drink random potions. Nothing can go wrong.
Potion of vitality, which let me double check here. Woo! Potion of vitality.
Okay, but hear me out.
It removes exhaustion, disease, poison, and for 24 hours you regain maximum number of hit points from any hit die you spend.
Do you want to keep that or no?
Yeah, that sounds really helpful.
Yeah, we should hold on to that. Removes exhaustion, disease.
And you
what was
get-
It's
the other-
basically a greater restoration that also allows you to have maximum short rests
Hit die
healing.
for a full day.
For 24 hours.
Yeah.
Longer than a day. A day in D&D is 12 hours.
Sure.
Unless it says till the next day.
should hold on to that.
Yeah. And the last one is Potion of Clairvoyance.
Dang.
The Potion of Clairvoyance, you gain the effect of the Clairvoyance spell. Which I believe is like Spider-Man.
You can't be surprised at
Yeah,
some other stuff.
I think you get advantage on attacks and stuff like that. I could be wrong.
Should probably sell the acid resist on the clairvoyance one.
Double check.
So hear me out. You and Armadillo have already... You're the same like species, so you have the same lifespans.
Yeah, but she's like super older than me now because of the whole time jump.
I age differently to humans, so
Not my fault you pick an older one.
Got him.
And I kind of like nudge her a little bit.
Okay, so while you think about that, the silver shield, did you want the professor to be identifying that as well, or is that one of the things you're going to be selling?
sell it probably.
You're just going to... Because you're not going to know what you're selling when you do it, is what I'm saying.
I'll take 10 minutes and I'll identify it.
Because
we
that
at
just
least
means that
know.
you're
Okay.
separated for an hour while Professor's doing that in the Hartnell. I assume in the Hartnell.
We'll do that one first, and then I'll go do this while you do the rest. How about that?
So you're going to wait 10 minutes for the shield to be done?
Yeah.
Okay. So is the shield made of silver? You don't know its worth, but it's probably expensive. It's a normal shield, except against undead, in which case it adds +3 AC. So it's a +5 shield against the undead, specifically.
Damn, that's actually super good. Especially if it's kind of
That's +3 to your AC?
No,
That's
that's +5.
very
Oh, I
It's a
thought you said-
+3
okay.
shield
Got it.
versus undead.
That's so
If it's not against
type-specific.
undead, it's just normal.
Nice. Okay.
Alright, we'll sell that.
Sure.
Okay. Okay, so there's that. Let's see. I'm trying to sell the half. Woo! The adamantine half plate. Did anyone want that?
I don't think so. Isilius didn't want it,
Okay.
so.
Because half plate does give disadvantage on stealth, and it's 15 plus dex. Medium armor.
If it didn't inhibit my flying, yeah, but you know,
It does inhibit your
there's
flying.
that.
Yeah, we'll sell that too.
Okay.
The only way I can upgrade it is dwarves.
Oh, where'd my fucking cheat sheet go? Oh, there it is. Okay.
Just realized I've had the same armor since like session 5.
Mm-hmm.
Session 5.
Yeah. The only thing I've done
You
to-
get your resistance stuff at session 5.
What? Well, it was
You
like
didn't get
the-
mithril in it.
well
or anything.
that, but
It's
like
the same
other than the
armor, the
mithril,
base of it.
like
Sure, I
nothing
suppose.
else has changed except for like the gems, but that was really early on.
I guess, yeah. Okay. You also have 10 plus 1 ammunition
Isilius took that, I think.
for crossbow bolts.
Oh.
Crossbow bolts with mithril heads.
Yeah,
10.
they're just plus 1.
Oh shit. Okay, sell those.
Okay.
The blowgun, the darts.
Okay, and so the short bow, plus 2 short bows, or short, yeah, plus 2 short bows. Okay, so. Okay, and then the Kopesh too?
Yeah.
Okay, Kopesh is a scimitar with. Okay, human calculator, ready?
Yep.
375 plus 375
750,
plus 250, 1,000.
1,000 now.
25, 1,025 plus 500,
1525.
1525. And 225, 1750.
Yep.
So you can sell all that for 1750.
Do I get to do a checkerino?
Because we haven't done the barter check yet, right?
Yeah, go ahead, because I still have to add your possible stuff. Go ahead,
Okay, so
make one persuasion check.
fucking I hate everything. It's bad. 11.
11. That's not bad. It's just neutral. 1750.
It's a nat 1 for me.
1750.
Yep.
Okay. So of what's left, you can sell your basic stuff. You also have like those random knickknacks. If you want to go to
Wait, what basic stuff?
Greco-Roman
your basic
art
longbows and
pottery.
shit.
Oh.
No, we gave those away.
I mean, you have basic scimitars that are master crafted.
Yeah, I thought you included all of
Nope. That was just your the stuff that you could magic.
that. Okay, yeah, no, I want everything.
No, I
want...
know. I'm just saying, like, you're gonna make different rolls because they're different shopkeepers.
Okay.
You don't want to complain here. This is a chance for you to get better deals. Not those. Not those. What were you gonna say?
Oh, I was just pointing out we had like random stuff like the pottery and
Right.
the cloth imbued with.
Did you want to keep
electrum.
the poison vials that are blade vials that you can add poison to the?
If it increases the price of the Kopesh, I would sell it with the
It
Kopesh.
doesn't. They're separate.
Well, you know what I mean.
The
like
Kopesh does
value.
it itself. It's self-oiling. Is basically the idea. But you have 7 other vials that add a D6 poison to weapon attacks for a short period of time.
Let's sell that to the fencer, I think.
Okay. And then the darts do a very similar thing. Okay. Make a barter check.
Don't fuck me, dice. 19?
19. That was a persuasion check, correct?
Yes.
Okay. 5. Okay. The best deal is 225.
Okay.
All right. So all that's gone, and then you wanted to get rid of the random knickknacks. Now you can try the fence, or you can go to an antique guy, a bard.
Antique guy might be better.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fence for the gym, maybe? I don't know.
It's gonna take a little bit more time.
Or the
there.
bank, actually. The bank will give us fair exchange for the gym, won't they?
I don't.
We've done that
The
before.
gem is a totally different thing.
It's also magic.
This
so.
is not a knickknack. You can go to Archivist,
Yeah.
or you can go to the bank.
Oh yeah, we'll go to the what's his face?
Arcavius for the-
Arcavius.
Magical one.
Okay. All right. So that emerald, the one that's. Did you grab the one that was underneath?
What do you mean?
The big ass
big-
emerald?
the-
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember the wall of stone, and then it was like fucky for a while. I don't know.
We
Yeah, we
dispelled
ended up
all the
getting it.
walls and then we grabbed the emerald
Okay.
anyway.
Okay.
Time to get paid.
So, who are you trying to sell that to? Arcavius?
Yeah.
Let's see if you.
Roll intelligence check.
Oh god.
21.
21. Okay. He's your best shot. He'll get to roll the barter check with advantage. That's a persuasion check because he's the emperor, and this guy is he's a parrot. He's a green
Yeah.
parrot. Up to you. But you know that he typically is super kind.
Do have
What the
plus-
fuck is happening?
I do have plus 5
Outside of this shop.
persuasion.
I
Is that a
have,
flock of birds or many hooves? I couldn't tell.
That was a big cart.
I have plus 10 though, and I have luck that I could use.
That's fair.
So
Yeah, it would basically be just advantage with +5.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
your +10 with luck is like advantage with +10.
Yeah.
Up to you guys. I just let you know that.
Yeah, no, that's
you and me
that's you.
rolling are better than him.
Yeah.
Well,
in any
I would have
persuasion.
Sure.
Okay. So, trying to sell this incubation emerald. Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
He might actually be able to find a good place for it if it's an incubation emerald.
I mean, you guys also incubate eggs, for the record.
I'm gonna use a luck point just to see which. I can probably get higher.
Do you have to use the second roll?
No, you
No,
can choose.
you
You
between
can
them.
choose.
Rabbit's face. Hold on.
Oh,
Should I have rolled?
19.
Oh, okay.
Should I have rolled? Okay. With a 19, you can get $17.50 for it, which is pretty fucking high.
alright.
You value it's probably close to 3,000 if you were to buy that on the open market.
Sure.
But selling, it's pretty good.
Okay.
All right, $17.50 it is. You no longer have a head-sized emerald that would. This is another Bruce Wayne thing. Would like fix like a town's problems. Okay. And then you have your random knickknacks.
Yeah. Let's.
Selling
Which
to
one?
the antique guy.
Antique guy.
Yeah. Bolt of cloth imbued with electrum.
Oh yeah, I got it all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Who wants to be in charge of that? That
Do
interaction.
you wanna, or do you want me to?
I got it.
As you walk into the very, very kitschy, opulent, marble floored,
You save more luck.
multiple ringed, extremely large.
Not too bad.
Where's that bardic inspiration?
I forgot
Okay.
you were a level of bard.
Yep.
Yep.
I think
Never
Sling forgot
uses
he was a
it.
level
Single
bard.
level.
Never uses
Did you
it.
forget you were a bard level?
No, I
16.
know. I have this thing sitting right here.
Okay.
16.
16. Okay.
Rolling
So-
shit tonight.
you
Good thing
want
we're not
the-
fighting
You
anything.
did find 2 porcelain vases.
Va.
Okay.
He got upset because we didn't save.
Those are surprisingly worth a lot of money. You found a bolt of electrum woven cloth. Okay. You found a very smooth silver orb. You found a dagger made of pure electrum. I mean a dagger.
Dagger.
Daggers.
Dagger. Is that it?
I thought there was more. We found a bunch of gems, like smaller gems too.
Did we?
No.
I
thought we
remember.
did.
I don't
No, you
think
found
we
a
did.
bunch of gold and platinum.
How much did we get for that silver shield out of all that stuff? I feel like that had to have been the most of it.
Go.
You got $375 for it.
Jeez, only that much?
It's actually well, no. Yeah. It's worth more than that. That's
We're
what you got.
selling it. They get a
Right.
profit.
750
like
plus
fucking WoW
750
economy in
is
here.
1500.
Yep.
Did we give the soldiers the well-crafted daggers? The
We
plus
did.
one ones?
With your roll, you get 1625.
For the
Those porcelain vases, something about them really piqued his interest, and he gave you $750 for the pair.
So how much?
1625.
and that's with the electrum cloth
Yep.
and stuff.
Yeah, I did the math. Easy peasy. Now the only thing left is the adamantine armor, and that's
The blowgun and stuff?
you already got rid of that.
Okay.
Did we get rid of the darts?
Yep, that's all that. Yep. So roll for that.
Nat 20, so
Nat
30.
20, 425.
Nice.
Okay, so you guys made quite the haul here.
Huh?
Now it's shopping time.
I can't believe I don't have these.
Are
I
we-
know Icilius wants something.
How do I not have these?
Do you have the attunement for it?
Yeah, I have 5 attunement slots now because of the headband. How do I not own these?
Own what?
Bracers of archery.
Those are like so basic. I thought you had them already.
No, I just have plus 15 without them. Give me plus 17.
Do you need plus 17?
Yes.
I feel like.
And then give me plus 2 to my damage.
Do we not want to like invest this money towards? I don't know, more things in Gygax rather than
No, I agree.
spending a bunch of.
I do need some of the money anyways, so.
Did we want to take this and split some of it up equally, and then we'll still have a party fund? We won't just disperse all of it, but did we want to like split some of this up?
Do you want to like...
How much do we want to divide it by?
Well, we have what, 4 of us? 5 of us with Agnir. So if we...
Agnir doesn't like material wealth.
That's
Yeah, Agnir doesn't really
So
hold
he
on
He
to
also
money.
has a sugar mama dragon.
So how about
Yeah.
this? We save 32.59 down to 5k for the party fund, and then each of us get like 1,200. 1250. That would be 4 ways.
32.59.
Yeah, because
Is in the party fund.
82.59 total. So if we
32,
so then we
59,
put that in the party fund, and then we'd split the 5k up between us 4. That's 1250 each.
So 1250. We'd each get 1250.
Yeah, if that's okay. Because
Yeah.
that still leaves
Sounds
like over
reasonable.
3 grand in the party fund.
Yeah.
12.50 for everybody.
Nice.
Look at you, balling out. Okay, so you'll have 12.50. I know that Icilius wants something. We've talked about that. I don't know what the rest of you want. Are you splitting up? Are you hanging out?
I know Armadillo and I were gonna go shopping for stuff, so.
Okay, so Armadillo and you head off towards the furniture store.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check with advantage since you've been here so many times.
Oh, that's pretty good.
And she's helping.
19.
19. Easy enough to find a furniture store. Do you want high end, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay. Easy enough to find a high end one. That's gonna be. Where did I? What do I keep doing with that? I moved my map again. What the fuck? Why am I bad at things right now?
Right now?
How dare you? Anyway, oh, there it was. I put it underneath stuff for some reason. That would be in the Ivory Gardens area where most of the expensive stuff is.
Yeah.
What did everybody else want to do?
I'm not
Because that's a little
actually
far away.
sure.
You don't have to buy anything. I just wondering.
How much did you say the wizard tower costs? Like 4,000, something like that.
I can give you an accurate number. It costs half as much because you're building on top of a. So. While I'm looking that up, anybody else want to do anything?
You have a couple questions. The Hunter's Lodge or whatever, how long did you say that had until it was finished?
Near the end of the month.
End of the month, okay. And then what's the upkeep on that?
That will. That's
Vary
different
on
because
profit?
it's a business.
Yeah, okay.
So it depends.
Okay.
We'll be rolling for that. So the cost for that for a tower, 4,000, which is the half. Don't know what you want.
Not really.
Okay. All right. Let's do Icilius first because it's closer. What are you looking for?
Well, I priced out a new gun, but it's a little higher than the 1250.
I mean,
So I
we
don't know
can
if we can spare anything from the party fund.
we can absolutely spare from the party fund for you to fix a new gun, like to have a new.
Yeah.
feel like I have. You sent me a
Was it-
list, right?
Yeah, that came out to like 2150.
Is
Yeah,
that
give-
in text or was that on Discord?
I think it was in Discord.
Since I'm doing nothing else, I'll just go with Icilius to deal with this.
Easy enough. Let me look on Discord.
Yeah, I sent it on Discord.
Oops, I can't actually look on Discord because it would change your camera.
I can send it to you in text as well.
Yep. So, you are going to have to find. Go and roll. You've been here more than Icilius. Go ahead and roll an investigation check to help him find, basically an artificer. to help you.
Ooh, nice. Investigation. 20.
20. Okay, easy enough.
I also want to help with, like, barter checks if I can for this. Why are you wowing? I'm trying to help you.
I don't think this is using charisma.
Okay, so you guys head down to the Bayside Markets, which is where where the fence is, where it's typically a little bit lower end, and you find a little guns aren't necessarily super popular as far as like weapon of choice because magic. But there is like a climate around it at this point in time, and some people are very good at it. You know, a lot of soldiers use them from time to time instead of arrows. Arrows just tend to be more of a cultural thing. Like elves like to use them and stuff.
I assume guns are, like, very hobbyist type people that get into the thing.
Right, and since you can kill more people with like a firebolt than a gun, it typically isn't used. But there's some people that are particularly good at it. Icilius being one of them. Now there was a build that you had for 2645.
Yeah. Could probably do without that extra 500 though.
What's the extra thing?
Well, we're gonna talk to the gun guy first.
Alright.
This is your rough estimate based on your knowledge of materials and stuff, and what basically you'd probably expect to spend in the market. You'll have a chance to spend less or more depending. You see, it says Gunhaus, kind of like ski house, like a German or a Dutch person. On a it's one of those signs where the in real life it'd be like a sheet of metal, and they like weld out the letters.
Mm-hmm.
In an otherwise wooden sort of, it almost looks like a shanty, but a large one. It has a very it's near the docks, and there's actually a guy selling and shucking oysters on a cart up front of it. If you want any oysters. No? Looks over JD shucking them. Copper per.
I'm fine.
It's slimy.
No, thank you.
Oysters are delicious, goddammit. I would eat 50,000 oysters. I will make the sea go down an inch due to oyster displacement that I have taken out of the sea.
You're gonna single-handedly combat global warming with eating oysters?
No, the global's still warm at the same rate. I'll just kill more oysters. It'll save Ben Shapiro's Florida home. So,
Oh my god.
just sell it, 5 head.
Save
So,
this hobbit hole.
I'm not
in the
Aquaman.
shop, you go, and it is, when you step onto it, it kind of, you get that, like, you ever step onto, like, an old dock, and you can hear, like, the water underneath sort of go,
Mm-hmm.
You have a feeling there is water underneath here, which is interesting. And you also hear a loud, like a furnace in the back. Roll a perception check. Either of you, both of you, one of you.
12.
Also 12.
Okay.
Amazing.
You also hear, behind the furnace, you hear a sort of like splat, 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 splat. Like someone slapping the top of water. Anyway, so, you walk in, and it looks like a hardware store where there's like stuff on hooks and like the pegboards, and there's a bunch of tools everywhere. Do you have your gunsmithing tools? Because you had been using the workshop on the Hartnell. I don't think. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna need. You're
Just
gonna need.
had whatever's on the Hartnell.
Gonna need a new set of those. Those are 25 gold. If you want to be able to maintain them without the Hartnell. So you can easily pick out the tools you need for your little, basically like a leather, small little, like almost like doctor's bag of tools. And then behind the sort of makeshift, it's almost a counter. It's more like 3 counters that are sort of like, there's just shit in between them. Like, it's like a wooden counter, and it has like a vise on it. And then there's another wooden counter with like some sort of press. And then there's another wooden counter that just seems to have like knickknacks and stuff. Like you see a lot of brass and lead and small pieces of metal and springs. In between are boxes with different things in them. Ah, yes! Welcome! And you see a man in green overalls with a blue shirt. The sleeves are pretty short. He has very hairy, but it's like white hair. He has very, very blonde, borderline white hair that is slicked back and is like a swept back.
Oh god, it's a Nazi.
No, Nazis have. He does have very light blue eyes. Very, very fair skin. With freckles. Almost like he tries to tan, and the only thing that happens is the freckles, because his skin looks a little rough too, probably from like the combination of the heat from the furnace you can hear in the back, and just being an older guy. He's probably in his 50s, maybe. Yes. Welcome. I am Hans.
Hi.
Hans Linder. Welcome.
I'm Alenia, and this is my friend Avelios.
Well,
I still as fuck. I'm
it's
tired.
nice to see you,
Icilius.
Avelios.
I Icilius, I'm sorry.
Icilius?
I'm tired.
Well, may I offer you a smoke? He pulls out like a hand-rolled.
I've been up since 6 a.m. Don't fucking...
He hands you a hand-rolled smoke.
Oh, no. I'm good.
Excellent. So, what can we do for you?
Looking to build a new gun.
Well, you've come to the right place. A hobbyist or professional? Collector, maybe?
Bit of all 3.
Very nice. Are you spoken for?
I'm gonna go with yes.
Well, we can't win them all. So, what are you looking for? You're looking for a more of a handheld, or you're looking for a long gun? Maybe something to eviscerate your foes up close.
Something more handheld this time, I believe.
this time? Interesting. Learning a lot. Okay. Well, tell me your specifications.
Looking for a 6-shooter. Carries a bit of a punch with it.
Oh, definitely can do. High caliber. Very nice.
But ideally with more of a lightweight frame.
Okay, okay. We can try to make something a little lighter.
And, maybe just some basic sights on it to give it a little bit of range. Not too much, but...
Absolutely. I can slap this together over lunch. Looking for any special features?
Can you do like a stippled grip on it?
Ah, so you don't slip. Sure.
Yeah. I think that would probably be enough.
If there's anything else, Icilius, like, don't hold back.
Only other thing I could think of is maybe doing a silencer, so it draws less attention.
Ah, silencer.
Can only do so much with those.
Well, those are hard to do and expensive, but definitely doable.
Yeah, that's the concern.
How expensive?
Expensive?
Do you have a quote with and without?
Well, I'll need a retainer of about 1,000. This is
Easy.
going to be a handcrafted custom weapon. Well,
Do that.
and then after lunch it should be done. Should not take me very long.
Oh.
At this point, unless you ask me for something very specific, I have all the pieces.
Well,
Do you have any other tricks up your sleeve?
I could think of some things. If you want anything magic, that's not very much my thing, though.
It's not mine either.
If you want this to be, something a little more... Basically, I can master it, but if you want enchantments, you're going to have to work with an archivist or a transmuter.
what about something to, like, maybe hit through armor harder, or...
That would be your, again, more of a magic.
I didn't know if that was magic or if that would be a...
Well, some people can do specific types of maneuvers when they shoot the gun to do these sorts of things. But, well,
Yeah,
That's
I've got
it.
a few of those.
operator thing. Another smoke? No? Okay.
I guess we'll go for a masterwork, obviously. But
Well, okay. I could give you a quote here. Let me write it down. With the silencer and master crafted. Make a barter check. Icilius can do it with advantage, since he is a
Do you
gun
want to
lover.
do it, or...
I have a 0 to persuasion.
I have a plus 10, so it's... You roll like shit.
Wow.
Let's be real, okay?
Didn't you just roll a nat 1 on your last barter?
I
check?
rolled a nat 20.
Whoa.
I rolled a nat 20 on my last barter check. I got a 30, okay? This is a 16.
Okay, I'll take a little bit off just because I am excited for the business.
Also, you're getting tools, right?
Yeah, if you could throw together just a little.
Mastercraft plus the silencer is 3,025. But if you don't want the silence and you don't want the Mastercraft, it'll be a little bit quicker and 2,025. Up to you.
I probably want the Mastercraft for sure. Silencer,
That'd be 25.
useful but not necessary.
Do it without the silencer, then.
That'd be 25, 25.
25, 25? Okay. I'll put down 1,000 towards this side of the party fund.
Which would leave you with 25 gold left, I think.
Oh shit. Wait.
Right? Because he has 1250. Oh, wait. 225?
I think you'd have two. Wait.
1,000 wouldn't be enough, actually, because he needs 25. He'd need 1,300 to have 25 left.
Well, I can put in my 1250.
That's what I mean.
Hold on. Brain.
Okay.
You said 25, 25?
Correct.
Yeah, so I'll put in 1,400 because I still want him to have a little bit of money.
So he'll have 125 left. I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so Isilius has 125 gold left. And you delete 1,400 from the party fund. And this will be done after lunch.
Oh, shit.
Which is, at this point, 3 or 4 hours. So, Isilius, you have a new gun coming? Elenia, you're there doing that as well? Is Professor with those two then, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Professor goes furniture shopping with the two of you.
Oh, if they don't want me to go, though, I don't. Like, I don't want to third wheel this shit.
Oh, okay. Then you don't.
Have fun.
Alright. Is there anything that you wanted to do while they were...
No, not in particular. I'll just walk around.
Okay. Walking around?
Don't get caught up in any illegal drugs.
That's only slightly likely to happen.
Very likely.
Okay, there's plenty of places to hang out and
Yeah.
grab a bite.
Just walk around.
There's that food court area that has all those street vendors that you guys have hung out on a couple times. If you want to do that,
Maybe get a corn dog or something.
there's definitely corn dogs. There's things that are kind of exotic to eat too.
Yeah.
Interested in anything like that? They have giant fire beetles.
I will try a giant fire beetle.
Okay, so it's kind of like you've had crab IRL.
Yeah.
It's kind of like crab with like cayenne pepper on it. It'll be a silver.
Okay.
If you've got a silver.
Yeah.
And yeah, they basically come on like a half shell. And you just eat it with like a fork, and they have this cayenne butter with it to make it a little bit more spicy. It's delightful. And it comes with a drink. Evelios. You and the lady are off to buy furniture. And you find a place. It looks kind of like a big box store in that it's very long.
Mm-hmm.
It's more on the higher end. And there seems to be a lot of people in and out of it. And you walk in, and much like modern day, there are like sets that are just kind of around.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything in specific you're looking for as you see other couples there? You see them poring over these interesting sets.
Obviously, bedroom stuff.
Okay, so bedroom stuff. They basically have, like, are you looking for a specific color, a style? They do have Eric Cochran specific setups,
the Eric Cochran specific.
where they have more of a bowl-shaped
Yeah.
bed. They have canopies, like if you want, like, to keep the windows open but keep the bugs out, sort of thing. They have dressers and desks and chairs and all sorts of shit. So what are you looking for? You don't want to go furniture shopping, bitch.
Eric Cochran set, obviously.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep. You are that.
With some purple thrown in.
Purple.
Because
Do you want
colors.
like
and
a...
stuff
Okay. Purple's a little bit more expensive due to the dye. That's fine.
Canopy for sure.
Okay.
Maybe like, we already have hammocks outside, right? Like up top in the garden, so we don't need that there. How big is the closet?
You do have a walk-in closet, but you don't have an armor rack. You don't have shelves for your weapons or anything.
Yeah, I'll get all that too.
Okay. They also offer things like lock boxes for things that you want to keep.
Yeah, we'll get a really nice lockbox.
Okay. It comes with 2 keys, one each.
Do we have a vanity like in the room?
You're basically paying for the DC on a lockpick check.
Okay.
So what would you like the DC on the lockpick check to be?
What are the prices?
Well, so
like 20, for instance.
20 is like a master crafted lock, so you're looking at like 75 gold. They're not super expensive.
Don't we have super fancy
I
locks?
have adamantine lock. Actually, with the professor.
But you don't have keys to it.
I know. I was just gonna say, while they're doing stuff, I want
Go
to be
to
in the
the
workshop
fence
and
or
try and
something.
figure out if I can like fashion keys for them.
You'd need a key maker. You
Okay.
are not a key maker.
Okay.
You can definitely pick them.
Okay. Yeah.
But to reverse engineer a key is like a specific field of study that like.
All right. I want to find.
You could definitely find
closest
that
thing to a
somewhere. There's
locksmith.
tons of artisans here.
Sure.
Okay, so go and roll me an investigation check. Anything else specifically? So you have, how big do you want the safe? Like, what do you want to be able to fit in there?
Oh,
And do you want it to be magic?
magic's not really.
Okay, so you don't want like a bag of holding safe?
No.
Okay.
How much would that be? That sounds kind of
Well,
cool.
a bag of holding's like 500.
Okay. How much am I at with all the
Well, that'd be 575 for that.
like the bed and the?
A 20 DC lock with the bag of holding basically in there would be your most expensive piece since it's the magic part. Everything else together, since it's so high end, 25.
Oh.
So you're talking 600. Gold.
Do we have like a? Does she have a vanity and stuff in the bedroom already?
Yeah, this would basically just cover that kind of
Okay,
stuff.
I didn't know if
Furniture.
she,
25
like-
gold is roughly going to give you like your I say basic, but
Right.
like what you consider a basic setup inside of a bedroom, which your bedroom has like the square footage of like this basement. So like, which is I think 1,200. So yeah, you have a good sized bedroom. Typically beds are centralized. You can also have like a couch and like a place to sit and a desk and stuff. All around 25 gold for that. If you want it to be like extra good, you can pop 50, and they'll make sure that it's got like the
Don't
extra
tempt me with
artistry.
this. Yeah, I want that.
Okay, of course. There's also in the desk then there's a secret compartment to hold documents and stuff. You've seen those old-timey videos. Sometimes do them on a cleanse on this channel where like there's a certain series of buttons you can press and then it'll be a secret compartment that pops out.
Yeah.
So you can
Yep.
give
me
have
that.
Those are like highly engineered. So yeah, so you have a safe and a secret compartment to keep. You can basically keep.
Is it like a metal
documents.
safe that's magical, or is it?
Well, what kind of metal do you want? This one's steel, but I mean, if you want to go full adamantine, it's another 500.
No. I'm talking
Okay.
like just to make sure it's like fireproof and like all that.
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
Okay.
It'd survive a blaze. Hopefully, your house doesn't burn down.
Yeah, that'd be
Noted.
Come back, house is gone, Armadale's ashes, but the safe is there, so.
You can resurrect ashes. You just gotta make sure you have enough.
Just have her hide in the safe. Indiana Jones taught me
suffocates.
that.
There you go.
Harry Potter. You could put somebody in the safe.
Technically, if it,
Or
it
the
does
chest.
have a bag of
It was a
holding
chest.
attached to it, so yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And basically, this is a standing safe, but you can also pay someone to hide it in your wall or something behind a painting if you'd like to do something
How
like
much would that be?
Well, that's not something you can get here.
Yeah.
That'd be something that a carpenter.
course.
Sure, Dunn could probably hook you up with something like that. He's a pretty good
I'm gonna make a note of that to ask him when I
deal.
get back.
Okay, so if you want the extra special shit, we're talking $650.
Yes.
$650 it is.
Done.
There we go.
25 was my roll.
For an investigation of easy enough. Do you want the? So there's two options. You could go with the more upscale. I work with expensive materials, or do you want to go with the shady guy that probably also sometimes works in expensive materials? You don't know what the pricing would necessarily be. You do in your travels. You have found that illegality and foppishness both kind of run into each other as far as pricing is concerned. So it just kind of depends on who you want to deal with and maybe the services they offer.
I'll say high end.
Okay, so
Just
that'd be
they're pretty specialized.
Yeah.
I imagine it's difficult.
So
to...
that's Ivory Gardens instead of Bayside
Okay.
Markets. Okay, so you head over there, and you do find a key maker. He is an elvish man. He wears those. You know, you ever have wears their glasses on the end of their nose? It's that kind of shit, and it's very down here. And then there's like,
Where it's like, why are you even wearing those fucking
right, but it
glasses?
seems to be much like a watchmaker, a very fine filing process. Of like
fucking
hand filing
charge?
keys to make
Oh,
sure
okay.
that they have
That's
specific. Is your charger not working?
No.
Hilarious.
Is it plugged in all the way?
If it's not plugged in, that beer.
Oh, it's plugged in.
Back to Best Buy we go.
There it
I'm
goes.
there tomorrow.
And he's hand filing key. You're the only customer in here. It doesn't seem like keys are a booming business. But they are. He's clearly working on something. So.
Okay. I get his attention. Just being like, "Hey, bud.
Yes.
I had 6 adamantine padlocks that I don't have keys for. Would you potentially be able to?
I'm sorry. 6 adamantine locks. That
Yeah.
you don't have keys.
Yeah, I pull them out.
You're gonna get reported.
I didn't steal them, by the way. The merchant lords know who I am. Well, technically, okay, we were in the abyss, and there was this general,
Okay.
and
Stop. You need keys for these.
correct.
They're going to have to be at least adamantine themselves,
Okay,
or they'd break.
yeah, I
assume the
understand.
insides are also that.
I think so. That's the important part of the lock.
I can also do diamond.
What would be the price difference?
Expensive. Sort of looks you up and down, judging whether or not you can afford his place.
Ooh. Maybe just one key and one lock and sell the rest.
How many do you want each?
How much would you charge per lock, per key, rather?
Depends on the complexity of the lock. What's the DC on those? Do you remember? I know that you rolled high on all of them, so.
Wasn't it like
it was either
20 or...
15
I
or
have it,
18.
I
I
just
don't
was
remember. Could have been 20.
I thought it was like
actually don't
20.
remember. I think
Felt
most
like
of
it
my
was
rolls
high.
were above 20.
I'm pretty sure you rolled high as fuck. All of those. Am I dumb? Oh, it's in this file. I am dumb. So the DC of the lock does matter. Probably should have noted that. Bird ambiance. These are 25.
Oh.
Okay.
30 is like...
Yeah.
Which both is impressive and also runs the price up. So, oh boy.
Sell 'em.
You are holding... If you had keys for them, expensive locks, now they're pointless. You're holding very expensive locks. Each key would be 500. Adamantine, which is like the cost of making a suit of armor, adamantine, due to the complexity. But diamond, 750.
Would you consider doing a trade of some of the locks? Presumably you could make keys yourself and sell them to some wealthier people in the city for whatever reason. Would you consider doing a trade to mitigate the cost?
Make a persuasion check.
15?
I could take 2 off of your hands.
Okay.
How many keys do you want? Do you want 4 for the rest?
Said it'd be 500 each. How much would I be getting in return for the... How much trade value?
I can give you, with 2 of those, 1,000 gold for 4 adamantine keys. Which is half.
How about I give you 2 and you make me 2 adamantine keys and the other 2 I'll just
500?
hold on to.
I think that's a good deal.
Okay.
You want diamond? I can do 750.
I think I'm fine with the adamantine.
Okay, do you know that they can break each other?
What is the chance of that
Oh, it just depends
with
on
regular wear and use?
regular way and use and speed at which you desperately need to be inside the thing you locked. Depends. It may never happen. Adamantine is incredibly hard, but it just depends.
Fuck it, I'll do the diamond keys then, 750.
Okay. So basically, they're adamantine, and then the teeth.
Well, wait,
are
isn't it
healed
halved?
First, with 750 is the price of 1 diamond key. It is halved because you're getting 2. That makes sense?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So 750 for 2 adamantine and diamond keys.
What do we need that for?
I don't know, in case I need to lock something.
That's a heavy lock, though. Not a lot of people can unlock that with regularity. 25 is super high. 20 is the LeBron James of locks. So 25 is
Aaron Rodgers.
there you go. The Aaron Rodgers of locks, which is a 15.
Wait,
It's the Tom Brady of locks. It's 25.
Okay.
Alright. Anything else you need?
Nope.
You got some fucking... I thought they were much lower than 25. I thought they were 18 as well.
Can't sell the other 2?
He won't take the other 2. It's a market thing.
The potions. We forgot about the potions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you didn't want to keep all of them?
I think we at least wanted to get rid of 1 or 2. I
Oh.
have to look at them again. So probably Arcavius.
That's fine, yeah.
Um,
Let me look at the, which potions did you want to get rid of?
acid resistance.
Okay.
Do you think we need this?
No, get rid of that
And
one.
clairvoyance.
What about gaseous forming?
That could come in handy at some point if we need to get somewhere that's not
You
airtight.
don't want clear wool. Okay. You can sell both those for 300 gold total.
Okay.
Okay. Alright. Anything else?
that's pretty much it. Just wait to go pick up Isilius's gun.
You guys all meet up and hang out, and I assume you grab lunch with the professor or something, or you have plenty of ways to contact each other.
No, I think...
Also, at a certain point, you see, since you're at least not far away from the Hartnell, you see several carts, fancy-looking carts, start driving down the street, and you see very expensive furniture on it being led to Arlem's house.
I think I'm gonna enjoy the docks a bit, actually, and just
Okay,
chill
they're
there
not-
while we wait.
Well, the docks in Bayside or the hoity-toity ones? Because the Bayside docks are basically shipping yards that aren't great. There's East Ward Bay Market that has some like pleasure craft. Those are nicer docks. If you just want to be near the water, you can pick many places.
No, I mean, like, we were already there because we were waiting for the gun.
Right, that was the shitty docks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. I'm letting you know. It's like not like touristy in that area. It's like a bunch of people walking around, and there's boats, and there's
Yeah, no, we could, like,
putting
grab...
stuff on pulleys and.
We could, like, grab food and then just, like, sit
Oh yeah,
on
there's
the edge of a
super
dock.
cheap food here. Yeah, if you want to grab like a wrap with some meat in it,
Well, not meat.
This is your place.
I need a veggie
Salad?
option.
You can find like boiled potato stew. You could probably find something similar to a very thick cut French fry here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's more for the workers to be like, I'm gonna shove food in my face and
then
get
go,
back to
yeah.
work. Yeah.
I'm just gonna pick whatever vegetarian option is possible and then
Potato things.
Yeah.
There's not like salads. I mean, there are, but there aren't. Like most of the salads here are like they say salad, and then there's like fish on them or something.
Yeah.
And it's certainly not street food. That'd be more of like a pub. But you can find places that serve like stew with wooden bowls that you're expected to bring back.
I'm just enjoying the breathing room from
Yeah.
these two.
You don't have breathing room from other human people, but you do have breathing
Those
room
are
from
fine.
these two. Yeah. Absolutely, you have breathing room.
Other
You
human
are
people
hanging out
and
with
Isilius
Isilius?
is great. The other two,
So you grab some you grab a little bit of boiled potato stew. You grab a little bit of again very thick cut
it's like steak
like chunks.
fries.
It's more like chunks of potato fried in some sort of animal fat, which isn't vegetarian, but it's not meat.
Technically vegetarian, not vegan, right?
I don't know. I've had people.
Vegetarian is normally you just don't eat meat product.
Well, animal fat is literally.
I don't know. That's true.
So anyway, I mean, I don't think you're an ethical vegetarian, right? Because you'd be a vegan if you were. You fucking hypocrite.
No, because we don't have factory farming in Cador.
There's a little bit of that in some of the larger places. Not like as unethically because they don't have factories, but yeah.
Alenia
Like
just
there are
tries
places
to.
that butcher just fucking cows constantly.
Alenia just tries to stay
Violet
away
fields.
from meat products because it's, you know.
Yeah. Dietarily speaking, you didn't have access to a lot of meat growing up, so it was more of a garden thing.
Well, there was that, and then just the fact that, like, I don't need to eat an animal, so, like, I won't, unless it's, like, required, like, the
Or
only
a hot
food
dog,
we have.
because no one should turn down a hot dog. Now I want hot dogs. So, yeah, you can hang out there. Is there anything you guys want to talk about while you're hanging out? You guys are just, you can kind of find, like, the end of a dock where there's, like, 15 feet where people, like, behind you are working, but they're not really coming to the end of the dock because that's not how docks work. So
Yeah.
you can kind of kick your shoes off and put your feet in the water. It's not like gross water. It's not like oily or anything. It's just like, it's used. It's sort of turned up a lot because there's a lot of business, so it's not like clear. You can see across the way, maybe a quarter mile on the other side, you can see sailboats and stuff pulling in to where the like more of pleasure crafting, or some of the higher end fishing boats. There are some charter boats as well that go out into the Sanguine Sea.
It's nice to be away from the other two.
They haven't gotten much better while I've been gone.
Not really.
Yeah.
It's about the same. Maybe worse.
Oh. That's unfortunate.
I thought Avelios was improving, but the other day has me worried.
The trial.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that.
Is it weird that I feel weird about it?
I think you're entitled to your feelings about things.
No, but I mean, like, I don't know. Was it at all unsettling to you how he handled things?
Yeah. But, I don't know. I mean, part of it is Ivalios and part of it is their culture in general, which you can't change overnight.
No, but I mean, he went into this whole thing like, I'm not my brother, and I'm going to do things differently, and talked about his father wanting to change things, and getting rid of the nest, and making that sacrifice so that they weren't, you know, hurting other beings, and it just seems kind of hollow, and like a lot of platitudes. But then I also feel like it's not my place.
I mean, I think he values your advice.
The last time I tried to talk to him about it, it wasn't the best.
You're kind of their moral compass, whether they like to admit it or not.
That's why I'm starting to wonder if either I'm too moral, or if I'm just
Maybe I'm just too good.
No. Or if I'm normal and they're making me feel like I'm crazy. I can't tell
Those
anymore.
are the two options.
Is this real life or is it fantasy?
Maybe my
Caught in a
friends are
landslide.
gaslighting me.
Honestly.
Jesus Christ. There's probably a more delicate way to put that, but that's hilarious.
No, but traveling with them for so long has made me wonder, like, question, like,
Once she got rid of the religion, the morality went out the window.
am I the only person in this group who thinks, like, I don't know, mutilation of another being is, like, not good?
Just smashing their kneecaps in the forest is okay.
I like that you're not there.
I know, but like,
I know.
if I was, I would
They
have said
were
the same
necromancers, to be fair. And evildoers.
They wanted,
Somebody on the
okay,
receiving end of a dismemberment, I'm not the biggest fan of it.
the necromancers were like, first they tried to kill us, and then, okay, and then they were like,
That's another time.
kill us because we want to be with our god or whatever the fuck, and so we were like, okay, we're leaving you in the woods because
just left them alive.
we don't want you to die.
Not smash.
The exiled criminal kidnapped, like, fetuses, basically.
Tried to child traffic, maybe.
Yeah. Well, that didn't seem to be his motive necessarily, but...
He was not child trafficking. He was trying to.
Either way, he kidnapped the...
You're not there. Anyway.
I'm just saying, if we're equivocating here, then equivocation's all around. Anyway.
I don't know how to talk to him about it.
Maybe you have to be a little violent with him. It's kind of dense.
I don't don't think you could beat it into his head.
Hey, friend, don't be violent.
Have you tried
Yeah.
it?
Love it.
I mean, like, maybe if you magically possessed his brain and said, hey, that's bad, because he's really bad at not being possessed by things. But that's about it.
A random sailor walks by and goes, that sounds ethical. And then keeps going.
That's why. I'm not actually saying that's a thing.
I don't know. Have you tried talking to Armadillo about it?
No, actually.
She might have more sway. If you know what I mean.
Cloaca.
Yikes.
Yeah, I'll probably talk to her when we get back.
The old ball and chain routine.
Fucking savage.
What is this? Is there like
I don't know.
voice coming from the sky?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Jesus fucking Christ.
That's funny.
Commentary. Comments from the peanut
A
gallery
lot
over
of
there.
sailors in this area. It's very strange.
Did I mishear Ordis when he said that he needed the other half of Julia's soul for us to get her back?
No, he said, like, he doesn't have the other half of her soul, but he has one half, and the other
Right,
half he doesn't.
Presumably we have the rest.
I don't know if it's that wand, or I think to find that out, we'll have to try to find the Wanderer.
Yeah.
Speaking...
Something Alexander would know anything about?
Maybe not. But I was gonna say, speaking of which, we can go to the crossroads, because, Jordan also mentioned us going back to Brown Cedar Hold, and maybe we could just, you know, check around while we're there.
Sure. Yeah, haven't been back there in a while. Doesn't hurt. We don't have much else to go on at this point.
Have you been back to your home since...
Nope.
Well, heck, what if Julia has something there that, like, I don't know, like, maybe she kept a diary or personal effects or something of hers.
Hadn't really thought about it.
Yeah, we
guess we'll
definitely,
find out.
we should definitely look. There might be some answers there that she left behind.
Sure. Yeah.
It's kind of weird how he seemed like he really wanted to keep her, but knows that he won't.
Yeah. He seemed more okay with it than I would expect from a god of death.
I feel like it's more of a neutrality than an okay.
Roll religion check.
19?
Based on your knowledge of the god of death, which is kind of the opposite of your god from your youth. Doesn't seem to care who dies, just that they're properly organized once they do. And people die and come back from time to time. The only real problem that someone like Ordis would have is necromancy. Again, is sort of
like liches.
facsimiles of like the bad necromancy, not the necromancy that like brings the soul back.
Yeah.
Right, because that's kind of like an exchange. Kind of the idea behind the material components is that you're offering it to the god of death, right? In exchange for access to the soul. And that it can fail, but that's the price.
Yeah.
Necromancy, on the other hand, where like the facsimile of life is put into husks, it uses pieces of those souls to continue to move. Speak with dead is sort of an okay version of that. Phylacteries are not necessarily looked upon with great acceptance, I suppose is a good word. So it's sort of this, it's usually pretty gray. There are things you can do to violate the law of death. But typically if you do a resurrection, it tends to be okay. Especially if, for instance, revivify, where it's like within like a minute or something like that. Where the soul hasn't actually traveled anywhere and done anything yet, and it's still pretty much in the same space. This is like acceptable. It's kind of a deal that Death made with the life-giving gods. So that's kind of how you're thinking about it. So while there may not be anger behind taking someone back, depending on the way you do it, it could be frowned upon by that god specifically. Someone like Lathander is just happy with rebirth in general, so
unless it's necromancy.
Right. A lot of elves follow a similar Lathandrian-esque female god. But it's still looked upon as very similar to Lathander. It's not part of the broader spectrum. It's very specific to elves.
Well, whatever it is that we have to do, I'll be there to see it through all the way.
I appreciate that. I appreciate everything you've all done for me.
You've done a lot for us too.
I killed a few things here and there.
You saved our butts quite a few times. So. And you're helping save the world while you're at it, so, you know.
Yeah, I don't remember signing up for that.
I don't think any of us did, but, you know, it just, happens that way.
Sure.
About 15 feet up behind you, another 20 feet on your right side, on a large shipping vessel, you hear sploosh, 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 sploosh into the water. And you look back and you see a guy emptying chamber pots overboard into the water that your toes are in.
Alright, let's see if your gun is ready.
Yeah.
You didn't walk very far. It was like 5 minutes. So you walk back. And you head on in. Ah, yes! Welcome! Smoke?
No smoke.
Sure.
Grabs another one, lights it up. Well, it is very good. I do have one more question for you, free of charge. What is the name of this gun? I must engrave it.
Aaliyah.
Oh, wow. How do you spell that?
Alea.
A-L-E-A. You see him take on the barrel of this basically hand cannon weapon with a long silencer at the end. It's a good like this long with a large, heavy handle, very large rotating revolver. What's that called? I forget what it's called. It's the loading mechanism, you know what I'm talking about. It's also going to come with 20 ammunition. You can purchase more if you like. It is a +1 weapon with all those specifications that you have for it. And he engraves it into the side in a cursive. Do you want an inlay medal? Because right now it's just like a silver, sort of polished steel gun, but he can pour a little bit of metal into that carving to make it pop out. It's free of charge.
Sure. You're just a basic copper.
Absolutely. Takes a little bit of copper and melts it down in the crucible behind him. Pours it. Wipes it and lets it set for a moment. Well, do you need more ammunition than the customary 20?
Probably wouldn't hurt to stock up while we're here.
Okay, it's 100, not 100 gold. It is 20 gold for the large caliber, per 5, per 6.
For 6. Okay. Take another 30.
Okay. What was that, 100 gold?
Yeah.
Alright, so you have 50 shots. And it's done cooling, and he hands you the gun. It is a +1.
Thank you. This looks like a very fine weapon.
It is the best you could possibly have. Feel free to come back anytime.
Absolutely. I'll be sure to come back and let you know how it's working out for me.
Sure thing. Before you go. Darling, come back. And then from the back, you hear, yes, Pop Pop?
Oh no.
You've asked about the man. Okay. And then walking around is like a little girl. She has like braids that sort of come down the back of her head. She might be 4 or 5. This is my granddaughter. Introduce yourself, darling. Hi, I'm Kara, and I thought you looked like a nice man when you came in earlier, and you got a real cool gun. And I helped. She did. I pressed the thing. The blowy thing. Yes, she did. With a little help. She just wanted to say hi.
Well, thank you, Kara. You made a very fine weapon.
You're pretty.
Thank you. And so are you.
Thanks.
Your braids are really pretty.
I know. Well, thank you very much for this.
Thank you.
With this, I think that we can go get ice cream tonight. 2 ice creams? Yes, I guess. Alright, you have a very wonderful day.
You too.
You too, Hans.
Sort of nods. You guys sort of head out.
Let's meet the other idiots.
Okay. As you walk towards them, you see, it doesn't take that long again. You're maybe a 15-minute walk from Arlem's house. You see several large carts piled high with furniture in front of Arlem's house.
What the heck is this?
I went shopping. I needed furniture for the house and the bedroom.
Yeah, there's 3 carts worth of. Like there's a large bed, like a California king circular
Didn't you just
bed.
hire like a home decorator?
Yeah, but I wanted to do my own bedroom. So we did our own bedroom.
Caravanning back?
No, we well, we have a safe. We could put some of the stuff in the safe.
You would like this safe. It's a bag of holding safe.
Safe of holding.
Safe.
I
Yes.
do like things that are bigger on the inside.
It is that.
It's
So as long as we can get it through the front, we can put it in there.
yeah.
Start putting a few things in.
Fit as much
The
as I
bed
can.
Does
is-
the weight go up accordingly though? Like
No,
or it's
just
in
like a bag of
okay.
holding.
That makes sense. Duh.
Fit as much as I can.
It's a
on
heavy
the
safe, but like
Yeah.
it's probably a good 50-pound safe. It's like a bag of concrete, but like it's good to go. All right. Anything else you guys need?
How am I gonna get the bed back to Gygax?
You put it through the front door.
Literally the question I asked you.
Yeah. We're gonna do
Could
that.
try and land the Hartnell in your house. That'd be a bummer if it went through a wall or something.
Yeah,
though.
we're not gonna do that.
A bummer.
I think maybe we could just hire some local people to help out.
Yeah. Good
But
offer.
don't let's go to Gygax though and not
Sky
Sky Point,
yeah.
because that feels dickish.
That's
Like a
long,
dick move.
That's because they know we can get to.
Right. Anyway, yeah, we can hire some local boys. And
Yeah.
Should be good. I assume you don't want anybody in here though.
No. Please
Get it
move
out.
everything out of the and have
Yeah.
them move it from there.
It's okay.
Okay, so you guys do one of those things where it's like, okay, go ahead and move. No, you move. Okay, well, just flip it this way. Try going through the door this way, and after about 15 minutes, you get the bed through. Everything else is pretty easy just to carry through real quick.
Yeah.
And you do so. Anything else you want to do? You can start flying, or you can charge for the night.
We're going to Tin Top next, correct? Because that's the next day is the play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna wait for it to recharge and then zoop there. Oh, I just cracked my shoulder.
Wait for it to recharge. Okay. Okay. So you spend the evening just in Arlem's and probably eating dinner and hanging out and passing out.
Yeah.
Anything specific?
Not really.
I'm good.
There's an oyster shucker nearby if you're interested. All right.
What the fuck?
More for me.
The DM commentary tonight is just
Maybe the oyster shucker had magic items to give you.
the roll at the
Magic
beginning of
oysters.
the
Why
stream
would
was
they
very
be an
representative.
oyster shucker if they had?
Because he's a secret.
It's like Arya
Magic
from Game of
items,
Thrones. Selling oysters on the street, but actually is a secret assassin
He's
who's about to poison
The oyster
somebody.
seller is definitely an assassin. We can't have
Spoilers
those
for
things.
season 4 of Game of Thrones.
She
Okay.
has plot armor, it's not a spoiler.
Well, I think those two things are unconnected. But anyway, so you wake up in the morning, in Arlem's house or in? You want to stay in the Harlem?
Harlem's.
Okay.
I'll be staying in Harlem's.
Sure.
I'll be in the heart.
Yeah, I assume I would have slept in my bedroom as well.
Okay. Works for me. Anything you want to do in the morning?
Just have some tea and wake up early and get inside the
Having
Hartnell.
some tea works.
At night, I'm gonna study a language.
Sure.
Also.
Go for it.
Oh wait, did I already? No.
Are you done with Dwarvish yet?
Me?
Yeah.
I wasn't learning Dwarvish.
I was learning Dwarf.
You
I
were
was
learning
learning
You gotta find the page it's on.
Primordial? Was it? I wrote it down somewhere.
I finished Infernal and we haven't had to use it.
Yeah, I was learning Primordial. I didn't finish it yet.
Infernal
Though.
is a 9 hells
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Definitely didn't finish it yet.
Okay.
Where did I put it?
You said I can't
There it
take
is.
my time and learn more of like that Illithid language, right? Because it's not really a
Nah,
language.
it's not a language. It's not. It's hard to explain.
Yeah, no, I get it. You explained it the one time, and I remember you, but I just didn't remember.
It's.
You said it was kind of like hieroglyphics in a sense.
And
yeah,
also
it's
they
not
use
like,
their
it's like
brains.
implied. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's less of a. It has to have the context of the whole thing.
Right.
What kind of roll was this again? For
It
the
was
language?
intelligence check.
This 10.
I just remember something we have to do.
What's that?
Go back to the Injustice.
Oh yeah.
The
did
dragon.
The
have
library's finally
Dragon
open to us.
libraries.
The whole place is pretty much open to us now.
I mean, it wasn't it was not unrestricted.
Yeah, but now we can actually like do commerce and stuff like that.
You do have commerce. You do have a little bit more that you can do, but you're not a dragon, so you still
Yeah.
don't have like free reign over anything.
Obviously.
Even like most citizens of Injustice don't have.
But
like,
we can do
free
the
reign on
library
the-
whenever we want.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to go back to read more about that, you know, fucking Elysium shit.
There was also math he didn't understand.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that
I
you wanted to look at.
Since we have more time now, I want to look and see if they have anything about my people, where they potentially went, if anywhere, if they died, if whatever.
Okay.
There's that book about romancing dragons we didn't really get through.
Also true. Okay, so you wake in the morning. Technically, you could have left in the evening.
You're awake the whole time, so you could set us
You could-
on course for the most
Sure.
optimal time period.
I do it whenever we can, since
The sooner, then you're not sleeping in Arlem's house.
That's true.
That's the
Okay,
one
if
about
that's the
left.
case, then I'll be
Right.
in the Hartnell.
Okay. And so you got there in the morning, so you are in Tintop in the evening the next day. The same day, I mean, but like 7:30 or so.
yeah.
And that's where we could end. The play is tomorrow, so you have the evening of this. Then you have a play, which is going to be ridiculous.
I'm
so
excited for that.
for you to do this whole play
Oh
thing.
man.
We should bring popcorn.
Well, it'll be
It's
a
like
lot of
an
time for you
in-person
to
movie.
eat popcorn.
Because we're gonna have a combat.
In fact, just before we end, I guess, you land. I assume you go talk to Brashear before the play,
Yeah.
the day before.
Yeah. Bastir, I thought it was.
I'm 99% sure it's Brashear.
I wrote
I
it
thought
as
it was
Bastir.
Bastir.
Be
too.
Bastir.
I remember because I used to say Bestin because I wrote it the R weird, so it looked like Bestin when I wrote it.
Strange.
But it's Bastir, I think.
It's Bastir. I have it written down. Wow, music is so fitting for the type of person he is.
True.
So you head over to the comic shop, past the noodle stand, in Tintop, which again is a series of islands stacked on themselves, strip mined hundreds of feet down until you hit the water. Probably used to be a cliff peninsula, and they just split it. So you head over there, walking through the kind of a rainy night. And I assume you landed nearby.
Yeah.
Sort of the cobblestone with the sconces reflecting light off the wet cobblestone. Sort of walk forward. And there's a closed sign on the front door. You walk over to it. You knock. Yes?
Hey, it's
Oh, thank you, Lord! Goodness. Oh.
We're gonna have to
Oh. He opens the door.
oh god,
Hugs you.
the smell's probably not super great.
It's a little oniony. A little noodly.
Are you distressed?
Not anymore.
Why?
Everything's gonna be great.
Is it?
Is there an issue?
Yes, not anymore.
What
You guys
was
are gonna fix it.
Ah,
Because you're
fuck,
heroes.
that's right.
what was the issue?
Well, turns out the actors union is on strike.
I fucking knew it.
And the writers are part of that union. They have taken their script. I need help.
You would like us to steal a script for the play?
Wait,
Steal?
No.
Why do we
I
just-
want you to write a script.
And act it.
Oh,
Why can't we
boy.
just pay them
We need-
fairly?
We need 3 acts. Why can't we pay them fairly? Because that doesn't solve the labor issue. That just solves, like, their weekly pay. I'm for the workers' strike, personally, but... Plus, you can't just solve this tomorrow.
You want us to write a play
Year?
in a day?
Yes. Also, the venue is on ice.
What?
Yeah.
We did on ice, like Disney on ice, yeah.
Have it, where's this at?
I've never skated in my life.
What if we just don't?
Then you would lose 5,000 gold.
Yep.
Is 5,000 gold worth our dignity?
Yes. The answer is always yes.
It was 5,000 gold to make a custom-built ice rink and to the venue, but we stand to make a profit of 3,000 gold if this play goes off without a hitch. So yeah, it's odd debauchery and friends on ice. That's what I have written down. And so I have a gist of the play. It was basically going to be a hero romance and a friends, but if we want to do something different, we absolutely can.
What do you remember about the plot of the play?
Oh,
Just
geez.
that, or
Well, I know that you were... Huh. I just know that you were the hero.
oh god.
No.
And that... You know, maybe there was a love scene.
With who?
You. And... Well... A genie.
In the play, I fuck a genie
Yes?
on ice.
Yes. Not like you don't actually, it's implied. You like dance in a circle and then there's like flowers.
Why would I be in a situation where I would fuck a genie?
I don't know, I don't remember the rest of the play.
I think those dots are kind of yours to connect.
I think we should just start completely over.
You don't have to fuck the genie. The writers and actors left.
Okay.
So?
I think I've seen enough movies
Oh,
that none of you
God.
have seen that I can throw
We
something
just
together.
need 3 acts, meaning a beginning, a middle, and an end. The end is where the climax happens. The middle is where
So
You know,
that's
the
when the
hero's
love scene
I was gonna
face
say, that's where the
is fair
cheese
in the
at, right?
beginning is where we introduce everybody. Everything's good. It doesn't have to last that long. And then we profit.
Okay.
This is
I'm
your
just glad we
project.
have a bard who doesn't need to sleep.
I know, right?
This is everybody's project. You're gonna have to learn your lines.
I'll learn them.
I'll wing it.
I will.
No, you
same.
cannot. You can't wing a play. That's how plays work. There are cues. There are what?
I've seen
3,000 is your cut, by the way.
In Brown's heater hold.
All right, bud. Get
I'm
to
looking
writing.
forward to it. Let's pull an all-nighter.
We need sleep.
You know you don't.
We do.
At my age, I do.
We need your collective.
If you want us to
Creativity.
be in tip-top shape, we need sleep.
Do you want to bring him into the Hartnell?
I mean, sure.
Oh no.
Don't make whatever noise you're making with your mouth, though. I don't want your fluids on my consoles.
I can breathe fluid free.
That would be ideal.
No spittle.
Ugh. Don't touch anything.
Sure.
Like ideally even the floor. If you could not, that'd be great.
I can't float.
You have prestidigitate.
I feel like
It's the
smell.
thought.
I
It's-
think
yeah.
the smell's gonna stay in no matter how much magic I apply. No offense. You like noodles a lot.
They are delicious.
It's coming out of your pores, and it is
Oh.
aromatic.
Yeah, they just added new garlic, leek, and onion.
Yeah, we're in the same room as your
When-
breath. We know.
When was the last time you took a shower?
What's a shower?
Or a bath?
Oh, I take those.
How
How often?
I don't understand the question.
Do you remember the last time you took a bath?
I remember the gist of it.
You know, they're actually really healthy to take baths more often. Because
Why would I do that when I could just not?
Makes a
because
good argument.
so
Who am I trying to impress?
it's not about impress, it's about taking care of yourself. Like, there's all kinds of bacteria, or not bacteria, I wouldn't know what
What's
bacteria
that?
is. There's all kinds of grossness that, like, builds up on your body after a while, and
I
a
don't
bath...
notice it at all.
Other people.
I think
have.
you get used to it, and then other people might notice it, and... You know what? It also just feels nice. Have you ever used, like oils in your bath? It smells really good, and it's nice. You should
He's trying to
give
sell
it
me
a
some
try.
hippie oils.
No! Your skin just feels nice when you do
My
stuff.
skin feels fine.
Oh.
It's incredibly moist.
Call failed.
He's still here for me.
He's back.
And you look at, he's definitely got like, there's some. It's a little greasy.
Oh god.
Well, anyways. Maybe I can afford a shower after we do this. I was thinking about upgrading the shop.
We
But
also-
I wanted to keep the same space. The noodles are kind of the kicker here.
We also have a shower on the Hartnell.
Here's the deal. All of you pull an all-nighter and help us finish this damn play. I'll take 2 showers.
That sounds
Might need more.
excellent. It's a start.
No, I'm okay with that.
Few people invented deodorant yet?
What's that?
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And that's where we can end it.
Elenia just smells like roses all the time. She doesn't even have to.
So. I wouldn't hate
If we wrote the play
if you wrote the
in
play.
a week.
You guys have to actually be fucking active in the chat, okay?
I'm always active in the chat.
Alex
Not
is
just the
probably-
shit post.
Oh.
Alright, well, then we have an issue.
3 pages is probably just fine.
Oh God.
Up to you guys.
Like
Do
3
you have
pages,
any
maybe like
genius ideas?
like 3
It's your
each?
like
What I
central
strongly
story, so if you want to
suggest-
pick like a structure, and then we can help write the lines.
What I strongly suggest is taking a movie and adapting it.
That's what I figured.
That's what he would do anyways.
It's not plagiarism if everyone who's seen the movie but me is dead.
I mean, that's fair.
What the fuck movies has the professor seen?
All of them.
All of them,
Think of them.
probably.
Back to
Did
the
Steve
Future.
Irving ever do a movie?
Weekends at Bernie's.
Weekends.
There are 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wedding Crasher.
Ooh. Twilight. The Hunger Games.
Oh God.
50 Shades.
That would make up for the love scene.
Lion King. Dress up in lion costume.
No, that's just my backstory.
Yeah, we kind of ripped that off already.
And since, I mean, Bastier's in the room, I'll help. And next week we'll do a play, and then you will profit.
Okay.
Come on, just see how bad of actors we are.
Next week, the audience will play a role in this game, as the audience will vote on the quality of the play.
Oh no! Don't put our
just gonna
fate
and
in their
determine
hands.
the amount of money.
They're just gonna blackmail us for Alex's feet.
You can't blackmail with feet.
Thank God.
If feet is being a blackmail, I will add a bonus. There you go. It will
You're
be.
really gonna let these shitlords decide how much money we make?
Oh yeah, they are the audience. So
They just start saying you will suffer.
you will suffer.
Be nice.
So
Yeah,
Don't blame us for his sins, okay?
Alex show feet.
What's your fucking feet?
Well, no matter what you make, you're gonna make money for doing this because it's
Yeah.
fun. But there's an ability to make more and less. So if you'd have a genuinely good time next week, I suggest voting highly.
Or we're done after next week.
Or we're done.
Never coming back.
If it's just fucking like interpretive dance for these 3 plus Randy, I guess on the other side, for 3 hours, you can vote low.
Are there any, like, do we literally have to work with only us as characters? There can't... Are there...
No, you can add characters, but you're all playing them.
So who would-
Bestier can work too, so I'll take on like 1 or 2 roles if
Oh,
you want.
God.
Bestier
We'll have
pretending
costume
to be someone
changes
else would be
between
funny.
acts at this point.
Yeah. I can do this in several accents. I'm English.
No.
Bestier, you're probably gonna have to be the bad guy, because if we're gonna fight someone in, like, the play,
You'll have to be
you'll
the
have
bad
to be the
guy.
bad guy.
Get him an ominous cloak.
If Evelios takes his shoes off, I will increase my rating, says Bellin. Okay, so that's what's going to happen next week. Also, at the end of next week, we will do another giveaway. I have some more dice, so we'll do that as well. Should be a dope time.
I'm sad Egner won't be there for his 7 charisma. on
You
all
could
the
call
performance
Egnir
checks.
in with
Wait,
sending and with...
Wasn't Egnir part
Tree
of
Stride.
the fucking original play when we were gonna do it?
Sure, but now the writers are gone. It's up to
That's
you who you want to
true.
incorporate. You could call in some friends and see if you can figure out a way for them to get there. It could work out.
If you want to interrupt Numai's booty call, be my guest.
Get in touch with Sig and have him teleport some people over.
Do you want Sig?
Sega's gonna want to be in the play.
That would be amazing.
all those
Yeah, that's
people,
amazing.
just for the sake of my fucking sanity, 1 roll. Also, like, they're coming in late in Crash Course, but, like, also, I'm not gonna do Sig for fucking 3 hours in multiple accents. So, if you do want Signos teleport, just saying.
Yes.
So if you want to add people, go for it. Yeah, it'll work out. Okay, this will be fun. So we'll have a 3-act play next week. With audience participation. All right, so I love you all. See if the dragon wants to act. I don't think the queen wants to act. Is that it? I think that's it. I think we're good.
Yep.
Okay, so everybody have a wonderful night. Go eat some food. Go take a poop. Go do other things that you guys do when you're not around. Assuming they exist.
Look at feet pics.
Look at feet pics.
But
Yeah.
not mine.
But not yours. Sarah will send you feet for $50 a pop. In Minecraft. Okay. That's it.
TOS.
I'm very excited about
Like
next
a
week.
TOS.
You also can change the title, but it's the end of it's on ice. See you guys next week. Who wants to slurp? Slurp in Spanish.
The steer noodle slurp.
Hey! I don't know, like a tilde on it? I don't know. Slurpo.